I've been flatting since 2013, and one of the best flats I've been in was with Jess. I've known Jess for only 3 years, and I've flatted with her for one of those years. And during that year, we went through several lockdowns together. Jess went from being a medical student to a doctor, and Jess got engaged. So a lot of things happened. And maybe because of that, I feel like I've known Jess for so much longer than 3 years. It's always a great time hanging out with Jess, but recently we haven't been able to do so because Jess has been so busy preparing for an exam as part of her journey of becoming a surgeon. So it was great catching up with Jess to talk about how she's doing and how those exams went and all these other random things we used to do when we used to flat together and ask all these random questions we called cow questions. I hope you enjoyed the conversation, guys. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you, Jess, for your time and for being on my show and for the conversation. This is Everything Goes Podcast, and this is my conversation with Jessica Ellwood. And then get our costume on. How am I going to do this?
This is going to be very hard to balance.
Am I going to put like the whole teapot on my...
Yes.
Wait, technically, I'm the face, so I just need the teapot lid, right?
Oh my gosh, yes, that's
Right.
such a good point. Oh, this is terrifying.
I don't know how much of the lid you can see, guys.
I'm done.
Happy Halloween, everyone. Ah!
Oh my god!
Ah!
Oh my god, the candle!
Okay.
If this was on fire,
Yeah.
that would be very dangerous.
Glad it wasn't.
We should get them to guess
Well, you
our
didn't drop it.
costumes and then say them later on and see if they've guessed correctly.
True. Because I didn't say anything, right?
Yeah.
Well, happy Halloween, everyone.
Hi.
We dressed up. I mean, not anymore, but we dressed up. Yeah, I wonder if the listeners can guess it. Should we do it again, just really quickly?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We'll put it on the game just for you guys.
Okay, hang on.
I hope everyone is like watching this, not listening, because they will be very confused. But for the listeners out there, we've put on a costume for Halloween.
Yes.
Happy Halloween,
Bonjour.
everyone. Bonjour.
Je m'appelle.
Oh, blank. Je m'appelle.
But I know.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is not ideal.
When I laugh, I can feel it vibrating on my head.
This is not an ideal costume for the podcast. Well, we did it. And now we have here Mrs. Jessica Ellwood.
Hi.
Woo!
Round of applause.
Round of applause. Speaking of costume, what's the outfit of the day? I'm thinking of like maybe I can have a segment at the start with the guest outfit of the day segment.
What does that mean? Like, do I have to say what my outfit of the day
Yeah,
is?
like what you're wearing and where they are from. You know
like
what I mean?
who I'm wearing?
Who you're wearing.
I have no idea. I think this is from like Forever New or something.
I know you
don't
wear
know.
that for your engagement shoot.
Yes.
I know that.
Yes. Correct.
Yep.
And probably also my engagement party when I was very unwell.
Oh, I remember that too.
Yeah. Anyway.
I
But
remember
yes,
that
I
too.
did wear this for my engagement shoot.
Yeah. Are you better now from your
Yeah, that was a random one-off thing.
engagement?
I don't know
party?
what that was. It
What
very
was
weird.
that?
I just had like a really sore tummy that like kept coming and going. And like
Okay.
me as a med student at the time was like, I'm having an abdominal aortic aneurysm, which is basically
Oh.
when the massive blood vessel that runs through your tummy
Okay.
like splits and can burst and like you can die.
Did you
But-
die?
Yes.
Oh, really?
I died, and that's why I'm here today.
True. Yeah. No one alive could have enough time to come on my podcast.
Oh, that's a massive self roast.
Yeah, that is a self roast, but it's not true.
No, I agree.
It's not true.
I
I've
agree.
had people alive on my podcast.
Just not today.
Not just it fits in with the Halloween theme,
True.
right?
Yeah.
Well, happy Halloween, everyone. It's right now. Well, it's actually 30th of November. No, it's October.
Yes.
29th or 30th.
Hang on. January, February, March,
I do that too.
September, October. October has 31 days, therefore it must be the 30th.
October 30th.
Yeah.
One day before Halloween, but by the time this is released, it's probably be next week. So
It'll be past Halloween.
yes, the timing hasn't worked out, but I hope you had a nice Halloween. Have you ever been trick-or-treating?
Nah. Oh, sorry, once.
What were you dressed up as?
A witch.
Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't allowed to
Okay.
go trick-or-treating as a kid.
Yeah, how come?
Because, like, Christian family, you know,
Yeah.
the concept of give me treats or I'll do a trick on you is not really particularly Christian.
Is that right?
Yeah. And, like, I don't know. I don't have a big problem with other people doing it, but that's just how I grew up.
True. What about personally?
I wouldn't do it.
Mm,
No, I don't know. It was like a fun thing to do with my friends that time, though.
that one time.
Yeah.
Mm. As a witch.
As a witch.
So how come you're allowed that time?
I think I was a bit older. Like, I would have been 13 or something.
Mm.
So I wasn't allowed to do it as a kid when I wouldn't necessarily have, like, understood it. But I think because I was staying at my friend's house, and so
Yeah.
it wasn't like it was forbidden. It's just that mum and dad never took us.
True. Wasn't encouraged.
Nah.
Can I ask you a favor, Jess?
Yeah.
Could you open that for me, please? Very hard to do with my setup at the moment. Also, just one suggestion to the vitamin water folks. It's hard to open it without spilling.
I just did 2 without spilling though.
I
I just must be very skilled.
you're special with the surgeon hand or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
How did that go? So you had an exam recently, right?
Mm.
Yeah, and that was to be a surgeon. Is that right?
No, it's like there's so many steps. This was the part 1 surgical exam.
right.
There's
How many
also-
parts are there?
Well, there's part 1.5 and then there's part 2.
Why didn't they call part 1.5 part 2 and part 2 part 3?
I honestly don't know. And I'm not entirely sure whether they're actually called that from like a professional point of view or whether that's just what all of the doctors who are sitting them call them.
Right. So might be just like a street exam.
The street name
right.
for the exam. Yeah.
And you took the part 1 exam recently?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
Mm.
Yeah.
How did that go? Must have been pretty hectic leading up to that.
Oh, I died. Well, no.
Did you
again,
did die?
Again.
You died twice.
I did.
R.I.P. in peace. You died
I
twice.
love it when you say that.
I love that.
I just didn't have a life for about 2 months and like leading up to the exam, and I studied for a total of 6 months for it.
Far out. That's a long time.
Well, it's anatomy, pathology, and physiology of the whole body. So it's basically what everything is, where it is, how it all works, and what could possibly go wrong in the entire body.
That's
so-
a lot.
It's a lot of information.
That's a lot of information.
But yeah, it's really hard exam, and the pass rate's not that high. I think it's like 65% roughly pass. So you're not that, that's not very good. But yeah, it was very, very rough. The mental health was definitely not very good in the past like month leading up to it. But as soon as it was over, it was like relief. It was so good.
How did you celebrate?
We went out for dinner.
So we, as in, I'm guessing you and
Matt.
Mr. Matt.
Mr. Matt.
Mr. Matt.
Yeah, me and Matt.
Shout out Mr. Matt.
I hope he's watching this.
Yeah, I hope you're watching this.
Better watch this. Yeah.
Come on, Mr. Matt.
That's his first name, actually. Mr. Second name, Matt.
Yeah. Anyways, Mrs. Jess Matt.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so you guys celebrate on that day you finished. You went out for dinner.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then last weekend, not the one just been, the one before that, we went on a weekend away, and it was a surprise for me. I knew we were going away, but I don't know any details because I love surprises. So Matt, not like that kind of surprise.
Well, were you surprised?
Yeah, I was a little bit actually. You did well.
Sorry, Jess, and sorry, listeners.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, my ears just bled."
It's Halloween special.
Oh, ooh,
Episode
spooky.
20. 22 or 23. Oh, Halloween special.
You're like, I don't know which we're up to yet.
Okay, you went out for dinner.
Yeah, and then we
And
went away for the weekend.
Where did you guys go? Like, I did see your story and it looked amazing.
It was amazing. It was this like magical fairy tree house.
Looked like it.
And it's up north, just out of Whangarei. And it's like this house that this guy built for his elderly mother when she retired.
Wow.
And it's like surrounding a tree. So like the tree forms part of the house.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And there's like a staircase which runs around the trunk of the tree to get to the upstairs bit.
Yeah.
Except you're not allowed upstairs because of council regulations or something.
Ah.
It was perfectly safe. I just think like the balustrade on the upstairs bit, because it was all like quite like open.
What's balustrade?
Like a little fence.
Okay.
Because it was like an inside deck,
Uh-huh.
but like up, and that's what the next floor was. So it was like open.
Yeah.
And it had like this little fence thing. And I think the fence was like too low for council requirements or something. That's probably why it was off limits.
Yeah.
As opposed to like it being structurally unsound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did
But it
that?
was beautiful.
Well, I love the idea of building a house around like a natural structure, like a tree, like that. But does it get a lot of bugs and worms and things?
There were quite a few, like, I think it was kept quite clean. There were some spiders, mainly kind of around, there was one hole
One hole.
by a door that no longer works that like leads out of the bedroom area. There was one little gap and that had like quite a lot of like spiders and webs in it, but they didn't really seem to come inside that much. There was only one inside spider that I saw.
Right.
And like if you keep the doors closed and the windows closed, the bugs don't come in the evening. Yeah.
Spiderweb's probably good for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
You know?
Yeah. Barricading.
You know, they might be trained spiders.
And they name them and
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, what a Halloween theme again.
Oh.
How many Halloween theme topics can we hit?
Oh my gosh.
We've hit like almost 2. Damn.
Spiders.
Spiders. Witch.
Trick or
Trick or treat.
treat.
Are you guys prepared for trick or treat?
We have dressed up Fred.
Okay.
For context, for the viewers.
For the viewers.
Which that feels
They might
so
have seen
fancy.
it. They might have seen Fred.
Possibly.
Because there was someone who's seen it.
So
You know
many
what I mean?
people know who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So introduce Fred to us, please.
Fred is our life-size, anatomically correct skeleton who stands in the front of our house on the second floor, out at the front window, which is a full floor-to-ceiling window, and looks over the street. And it's a very busy main road, so a lot of people see Fred. And he's received a lot of love from the community.
Out of love.
The most iconic part of that recently, I don't know if you saw this actually, but Matt arrived home from work and we were standing talking downstairs, and I saw this like older lady and a little like 4-year-old or something run up and like put something in our letterbox and then run away down the street. And I was like, ooh, I wonder what that is. And we got it out, and it was this adorable letter
Okay.
that obviously this 4-year-old had written like with her grandmother. And it was like, "Dear skeleton owner, we love seeing Fred every..." No, sorry, they don't know his name is Fred.
Right.
We love seeing...
Well, now you've exposed that this story is fake. We've scripted this guy. Sorry.
Oops.
We've scripted this.
We love seeing the skeleton every day when we drive past. We love seeing what he's wearing, especially when he's naked, and which I thought was really cute. And like they were like, "We're leaving the neighborhood soon, so we'll miss seeing him every day when we drive past. But we just wanted to thank you for bringing us some skeleton joy."
Yeah, that's really sweet.
Yeah, and then they signed their names, and so we made a sign for Fred to hold out the front window saying goodbye, you know, and then their names.
The name. Yeah.
We don't know if they saw it.
Fingers crossed they saw it.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're watching this,
If by chance.
if someone messages me, well, if you're watching this, message me so I can get you guys connected.
That would be cute.
If that happens, that would be so
Yeah.
heartwarming.
But honestly, like that was like 2 days before my big exam.
Mm.
And it brought me so much joy.
Yeah.
Like, it was the happiest I'd been, like, I'd felt in like a few weeks probably when that happened.
Because there was a stressful time for you.
Yeah, super stressful.
So was it the amount of study that you had to do was stressful, or was it the pressure of taking a tough exam, or was it a bit of both?
Both, I would say. Yeah, like sheer amount of study, sheer amount of things to know, and the fact that like it's such a significant exam. So if how much it had ruined my life, essentially, I really didn't want to do it again. So I felt a huge amount of pressure to sit it and pass it the first time so I don't have to go through it again. Because it just wasn't very fun.
Because doctors have like a crazy schedule anyway.
Yeah.
And on top of that, studying for a hard exam must be like hectic ass.
Yeah. Because I was working full time and studying full time.
Yeah. So what did your schedule look like? Because obviously you have a full-time job as a doctor. And how many hours of study did that involve, like, per week?
Oh. Like, when I really started going hard about 2 months out, essentially I'd get home at like 6. And then I would just study the rest of the evening, and I'd have 20 minutes for dinner.
Yeah.
To see Matt. And then I would study until I went to bed at like 9:30 or 10.
That's rough.
And I was getting up at like 5
Yeah.
to get to work. So I was basically just all day, every day for a long time.
Did you ever think during that time? Because like we said, like doctors itself is like a stressful job anyway. Did you ever think, man, like, what am I doing with my life?
Not once, actually.
Really?
Nah. Like, I've wanted to do this since I was 5.
Yeah. And it's still
Yeah.
the
Like,
same.
not at any point during that did I think, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this as a career. Like, it never put me off my career. It was blimmin' hard and it sucked, but at lots of times I just wanted to stop and give up. But I didn't want to stop and give up and just not follow that path and not do my career anymore. I was just sick of studying.
What fueled that? What was the fuel for that? Because a lot of people get burnt out.
Yeah, and I've heard someone was telling me recently, one of my friends who's also a doctor, saying that there's quite a few people who just don't do a surgical path because they don't want to do the exam, which is wild, and makes sense because it's horrible.
Exactly, yeah.
So when you ask what fueled that, do you mean like what fueled me to still be motivated to keep going even when I didn't want to?
Yeah.
It's just like the only thing that I want to do. And I love my job. Like, it's hard and it's not always very rewarding and things. But I love what I do and I don't really have any interest in doing anything else. And I want to be a surgeon because I think it's super cool and I love that side of medicine. And I don't want to do, that's what I want to do. And there's no doubt in my mind that that's what I want to do. And this is what I have to do to get there. So I have to do it.
If money wasn't an issue, say we get this universal basic income, which is heavily discussed in the US now.
Yeah.
Say we get universal basic income, which is like good enough for you to say, pay the mortgage, pay the insurance, obviously feed you, and basically like you're happy with the amount of income that you're getting.
Yeah, and you've got enough to treat yourself every now and then, and that kind of thing.
In a reasonable way. Yeah. Would you still go through this?
Yeah, because I have to do it to get to be a surgeon. That's what I want to do. I don't want to be a surgeon because it pays well, because the road to get there isn't worth that if you don't enjoy it,
Absolutely.
And actually, I say this to people quite a lot, is that people ask me, oh, how many people do you think are doing medicine because of the money or whatever?
Mm.
And I'm like, probably a few, but I don't think there's that many, because if you just want to do something to earn money, there's way easier ways to do that.
That's true.
Like any kind of, I'm not saying that these jobs are easy or anything, but comparatively with the amount of study and time at uni and rough exams and things you have to do, like if you go into banking, you can earn way more, way faster than you can as a doctor, with for far less study probably.
How about this? How many people do you think are a doctor or want to be a doctor because of the status? Because it's a very respected
Ooh.
job.
That's a good question. I want to say more than do it for the money. And I think that not a lot, but some people also would feel they want to do that partly because their families want them to do it as well.
It's very common in like the Korean household. I don't know
Yeah.
about these days, but it's like a stereotype when I was younger.
Yeah.
Doctor
Same.
or lawyer.
Same.
Same for your family?
Yeah. Well, not same for my family.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't push me into it at all. But, like, when I was younger, I remember that being a stereotype, not just for Koreans, but just for anyone who was Asian.
Yeah. It's very,
Yeah.
doctor or lawyer. That's
Yes.
those two things.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe engineer.
Or engineer, yeah, that's true.
That's also quite
That's true.
reputable.
Yeah, there should have been a stereotype, but surprisingly, it's always been doctor or lawyer for me.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, like I didn't get any pressure. I was lucky enough to not get any pressure from my parents to be any like have a certain career.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like from like the stereotype was doctor or lawyer, but never an engineer. I feel like engineer should be there.
Yeah.
If you're
yeah.
gonna do a stereotype.
Well, they're like the three, like, big degrees that you can do at uni.
Yeah,
You know?
that's what I
Yeah.
think, right?
Yeah.
The stereotype should be doctor, lawyer, or engineer.
Yeah.
But maybe that's too mouthful.
Yeah. It's just not easy enough to say. That's probably why.
You know, but what I reckon though? I reckon engineers. I mean, shout out engineers. I have a lot of respect for that.
Yeah. One of my best friends is an engineer. She's great.
And I was an engineer too, data engineer, which is a little bit
True.
different. But I have a lot of respect for that. And my dad was an engineer. But I feel like engineers don't have the same social status as doctors and lawyers.
Totally agree.
Maybe that's that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So you wanted to be a doctor from 6 years old?
5 years, something around there.
What-
As long as I can remember, basically.
What happened? Like what made you?
There was no particular like event or medical thing. I just always had an interest in like how the body worked. My grandfather was a doctor, so I kind of had a little bit of insight into it from that point of view.
Do you reckon there was a lot of influence from your granddad?
I definitely think there was some. But I think the main thing is that I was just super curious about how the body worked and, you know, what the inside of our bodies look like, you know? And I think that kind of led me down the pathway.
Yeah.
Like one thing, it sounds a bit morbid, but, you know, it was Halloween. When I was little, like, we used to go out and shoot bunnies.
Oh, shit.
My parents have a place up north and it's quite rural, and so we used to go out and shoot bunnies. And like one time my brother picked one up and brought it back to the house, and then I dissected it.
Yeah?
And I would have been like 12 or something at the time. Like, don't know what I'm looking at,
Yeah.
but just for interest's sake, to see what it's like, to see what's in there.
So you looked at the bunny, you're like, what's going on in there?
Yeah. And it was out of like a curiosity of how it works. What's inside? How does it work? Yeah. How does everything connect up? You know, it wasn't in like I want to cut the bunny open. It was just like a curiosity about what's inside the bunny.
Does it ever make you... Have you always been pretty good with that? Because some people just like can't even see blood, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've always been fine with that.
Really?
Yeah.
opening things up,
Yeah.
even like human bodies and things.
When you put it like that, it sounds weird. But yeah. Like surgery. Yeah.
What's the best part about being a doctor?
Definitely the connections with patients. Hands down for me. Like my favorite moments from being a doctor, as much as I love the practical side of it, as much as I love surgery, my favorite moments with have always been like talking with a patient and being able to connect with them on a really like personal level and providing them with like comfort or explanation and helping them understand something. That's the best bits.
Then what's the toughest?
When they die.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Because you must go through that because you now, being on rotation and things, like, because one of the rotations is caring for elderly people, right?
Yeah. Geriatrics.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
how do you deal with that? Do you get used to that with the job or?
You do get more used to it, unfortunately. And you kind of have to, like, to deal with it. You have to be okay with people dying because it happens. And you see it way more frequently as someone who's in medicine than other jobs. Like nurses and stuff too, like all medical professionals. Yeah, you get used to it. It doesn't necessarily make it easy. But yeah, you get used to it.
Do you have techniques to deal with kind of the day-to-day stress? I guess like it's not just about being like not just question on being a doctor, but kind of everyone kind of has a different way to deal with stress. A lot of people go to the gym, work out. Are you still running?
I recently restarted after my hiatus from while I was studying.
Yeah, no time, right?
Yeah.
No time to run.
No time for exercise.
That's rough.
Yeah. That was probably one of the reasons why my mental health went downhill over that period, actually.
Oh, heck yeah.
Because I stopped doing my Pilates. I stopped running. I just went out for walks occasionally.
Man, even just doctors, like, they're just looking at the doctor's job, it looks rough. Because, like, one of my flatmates is a doctor, and seeing her schedule, especially during winter, she gets to work before the sun rises. Quite often gets home from work after sun's gone down.
Yeah.
The vitamin D absorption is
0% during winter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
They can't be good for the mental and the physical health,
Yeah. It is actually a thing. I think there's studies that show that like doctors have very poor vitamin D levels, mainly during winter, because we work such long hours.
Yeah. That's rough.
yeah.
But you still want to do it.
Yeah.
Surgeon. So surgeon is the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Orthopedic surgeon.
Orthopedic surgeon. That's like the bone thing, right?
Bones, muscles, like basically limbs and spine. Yeah.
What's your favorite bone?
Oh, that's a good question. Just let me look at my bones, or where they would be if I had no soft tissue.
How many bones do we have? Is that a thing?
Okay, so this is actually quite a funny thing.
Okay.
Is that this is often a question like in pub quizzes or whatever, right? And whenever I'm part of the group for the pub quiz, everyone's like, "Oh, you'll know this because you're a doctor," but they don't teach you specifically how many bones in your body you have during med school.
They don't?
Because that's not an important question. And also it changes.
It changes?
You have less when you're little, when you're a
Right.
child and a baby.
What's a bone that we don't have as a child that we have now?
A lot of the like, little bones in your hand and your
Yeah?
feet, like lots of the little bones, and actually the ends of a lot of your long bones are all cartilage. Like they're all there, they're just cartilage when you're a child or a baby. And then they,
Right.
what's called ossify or become bone, like as you grow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many bones do we have as a full-grown adult?
I wouldn't know off the top of my head, but I'll guess and then we'll Google it.
Yes.
I think it's like 246 or something like that.
That's a very specific guess.
It's definitely 200 and something.
200 something. So do we just Google how many bones?
In the human body.
How many bones? Well, if you're listening to this, you have a guess, guys.
Mm.
And leave a comment down below if you got it right. How many bones in the human body? Okay.
Is it 260 something? Or
Whoa.
What is it? Am I completely wrong? That's funny if I am.
It's
Just break it to me. I'm not going to be offended.
it's you're completely wrong. But you're right, completely right in a different way. So well, at least according to ncbi.nlm.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, is
that's
that a good
reliable.
one?
Yeah.
Cool. There are typically around 270 bones
Oh, yeah.
in human infants,
Oh, jeepers.
which fuse to become 206 to 213 bones
Lol.
in the human adult. So it must be the other way around, like what you said.
I guess that kind of makes sense because I don't know. Maybe I'm viewing it differently. But when your bones ossify, so
Okay.
when your cartilage that is going to be bone later becomes bone,
Mm.
they ossify in different like areas. So for example, your humerus, which is your upper arm bone.
I'm not that funny, sorry.
I think you are, Pascal,
Thank you.
actually. Having lived with you for a year, I can confirm.
Let's go. Confirmed, guys. I'm funny.
He does have a sense of humor.
I do.
And it's
And you would
mostly good.
know. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, so you were saying, sorry, I
Yeah.
interrupted.
The humerus, which is a bone.
Okay, that's is it a bone in your arm?
Yeah, it's your upper arm bone.
Upper arm bone.
It's got like 4 different ossification centers
Okay.
at the top. Or maybe at the bottom. See, I did this 2 weeks ago and I've already forgotten. But basically, it's got multiple centers of ossification or places where it is forming into bone as you grow. So each of those ossification centers, I guess, could be considered as a different bone, and then they all fuse together to form the like big bone.
Okay.
Which is maybe why they say that you have more when you're a baby and you have less when you're an adult, because all of those ossification centers fuse together. Does that make sense?
I think that this is a tough thing about learning like anatomy like this. Is I need to see an example. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
like a real life example.
Yeah.
And it's not possible, is it? Like
I mean, you could Google pictures
yeah,
or
true,
videos,
true. Yeah.
but I can't show you my humerus. I'm not willing to operate on myself
You're
tonight.
not. Would you ever do that? Would you ever operate on yourself if you need to? Could you ever do that?
Only if it was something that I already knew. Oh, I think in a very, very emergency situation where it was a choice between I'm definitely going to die, there's no one else that can do this, then yes. And there was actually a guy in Antarctica. I can't remember his name or which country he was from or anything, but he was a surgeon and I think he was in Antarctica and he got appendicitis.
What's that?
Which is when your appendix gets all inflamed and
Boy.
infected. It causes a lot of pain in your tummy. It's very common. It's like one of the most common presentations
Really?
to surgery in the hospital.
Really?
Yeah. That and your gallbladder.
Have you had it? Is it too personal?
No, I haven't had it.
You haven't had it?
No.
Do a lot of people have it?
Yeah.
Do most people have it?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. Because I haven't had it, so I want to
Definitely more people don't have it than have it.
Ah, okay, that's good. Yeah.
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 And some people will have it and then they'll just recover and they will be fine. And they don't need to have their appendix removed.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So it just, did you say it's an infection?
Well, it's inflammation of your appendix.
Inflammation.
There can be associated infection and there often is bacteria involved.
Mm.
And we do use antibiotics to treat it. Yeah, but the treatment for appendicitis is to remove the appendix.
So my guy had it in Antarctica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a surgeon. And there was no one who could do it. And it was pretty bad. So
And
he
the-
operated on himself
Okay.
using like mirrors. And he just didn't anesthetize himself.
Oh, so he would feel everything, right?
Yeah. But the main part that hurts is just the skin. Like once you're inside the abdomen,
Yeah.
your organs don't have like, how do I explain this?
Nerves and shit?
They do have nerves.
They do have nerves.
And they do have sensation, but it's not the same as like on your skin.
Okay.
So they don't feel like sharp
Really?
sensation or anything like that. They don't feel like very localized sensation very well. But they do feel like if you've got like ischemic bowel, so basically if your blood supply gets cut off to a portion of like your gut, then it's really sore and you'd feel it as a lot of pain. And all the pain gets transferred back from the nerves that innervate it back to your like spinal cord and your brain, and then you feel it on your tummy or on your skin, and the same what's called dermatome as the levels that innervate the organ. Did that make sense?
I heard organ.
Yeah.
I know.
Basically, your organs are innervated
What's
by the
innervated?
same where the nerves go.
Oh, okay.
Like the nerves that are
Like
provide the sensation or the input and the output to the organ.
Right. Innovated.
Yeah, innervated.
Oh, innervated. Ah,
Innervated.
I see. I was like, damn, innovation. Yeah, innervated. That makes
Oh
more
yeah,
sense.
innervation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not innovation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah. So
Yeah.
the organs don't have those?
They have nerves and they have input and output from the nerves.
Okay.
And then that input and output, or the output from the organ, goes back along the nerve to what's called the spinal root of the nerve, which is like a level in your spine where the nerve enters into your spinal cord. And so when you have something going wrong with an organ, the organ itself is not sore because it doesn't have pain. Well, they have pain fibers, but that's transferred back to your spinal cord, and then that's transferred to the spinal level on your skin. So, for example,
Really?
if your diaphragm, which is your breathing muscle inside, it's like this, and it goes down to pull air, and it goes up to let air out. That's innervated by the phrenic nerve, which comes from the spinal root, C3, C4, and C5.
True.
So when you have like pain sensation or pain stimulation to your diaphragm, you can get shoulder tip pain.
Really?
Because that's the level of your skin supplied by C4,
So if
which
you get,
also supplies your diaphragm.
so if you get punched in the stomach, for example, would that be an example? Or maybe when you get stabbed in the stomach?
Maybe it's more like if you have a pneumonia.
Ah.
You know when you get a stitch
Yeah.
when you're running?
Yeah.
That's like from the phrenic nerve, which is C3, 4, 5.
But my arms don't hurt.
Not necessarily. But like the concept is that the pain from the organ or the thing gets transferred back to your spinal level, and then it can be felt on your skin at that level or elsewhere.
That's so weird.
Yeah. I probably didn't explain that very well. And if I have medical colleagues watching this, you're probably like, you're not doing a very good job.
No.
And some of that is wrong, but I did my best.
I think it makes sense. I think you explained it well. But it's just weird that like it feels like the kind of the skin to organ linkage in terms of pain should be where it sits on top of
But not necessarily.
or
Yeah.
beneath.
Like your appendix, when you have appendicitis, innervated by the nerve that goes to it, not innervated, by T10.
T10.
Yeah.
I know T2.
No. It's not T.
Okay.
And then T10 level is your belly button level.
Okay.
So when you have appendicitis, you generally just get like a sore kind of lower tummy area. when the appendicitis gets really bad, it what's called localizes, aka the pain like moves and focuses into the right lower quadrant of your tummy, or like basically down kind of on your right kind of groin above the line of your hip area.
Yeah.
And that's because the inflammation has gotten so bad that it's starting to irritate the actual wall of your abdomen. And so now you feel it in that specific area. But initially you just feel it as like a general lower tummy pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my guy was in Antarctica.
Yeah.
Just chilling there.
Yeah.
By himself.
He might have had other people there, but they didn't know anything and they couldn't help him.
True. What was he doing in Antarctica in the first place?
I have no idea. I have no context to the story. All I know is that there's
true,
a guy
Jess?
who operated on
How do you know this is true?
I hope it was Antarctica. It was somewhere snowy.
Somewhere snowy. Okay, somewhere snowy. My guy. Is it my guy? Is it a guy or gal?
It's a guy.
It's a guy. My guy
well,
was...
because back then women couldn't be surgeons.
Also, this was years ago.
This
like
is ages ago.
Ages ago. Is my guy... Like, is it so long ago that my guy would probably be dead by now?
Yeah,
Or...
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then I'll put some respect to the... Is it weird that that's a thing? Like, if someone's passed away, then I want to put more respect to that. Is that weird?
No.
Or is that kind of fair enough?
I think that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Most people want to respect the dead.
Yeah, I just don't want to offend, Anyways.
Yeah.
So this person, like, felt like a stomach pain.
Yeah.
And then there was no other no one that could operate on them.
Yeah.
And then I guess it was urgent.
Yeah.
I guess it was.
He would
pretty
have
urgent.
died.
He would have. So it kills you.
It can if you like if it's a severe form and you don't get treated, then yeah, you can die from it.
Yeah.
Most people, if they don't go to the hospital with appendicitis, I would say a lot of people would be okay.
Right.
It would be pretty bad and pretty sore, but you'd probably, like if you're a fit and healthy person, you'd probably get over it. But at a certain point, you need to get it taken out. Otherwise, you probably are going to die.
And he decided to take it out himself.
Yeah.
So he would obviously couldn't have localized anesthetics, right?
He could have had local,
Okay.
like in the area,
Yep.
but he couldn't have general because he needed to be awake.
Yeah. If he
Yeah.
had local, they would have been fine, right? Like, it wouldn't have been as
Would've been
bad.
pretty-
No way.
Would
as
have
bad.
helped.
But you'd have still
but it
felt
would have been
something.
really
Yeah.
sore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I reckon imagine that. Like, I think putting knife to like your bare skin,
Yeah.
there would be, do you reckon you could do that if you had to?
I was wondering about this the other day. I was like, if I needed to take my, like literally just like a blood test, if I needed a blood test,
Yeah.
could I do it on myself? I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
But you've done it many times now, right?
On other people, yeah. But not myself.
What's the difference, Jess?
Well, I don't have to feel the pain.
But you've had a blood test done on you.
Yeah.
And you know it's like you can endure that.
Yeah.
So what's stopping you?
I think it's like natural human instinct. You
It
don't
is
want to
that.
like intentionally hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Your body will try and stop you.
That's so weird, that.
I probably could if I needed to, but
Yeah.
I don't plan on trying for fun.
But it is interesting that that's a thought that you have.
Yeah. Yeah, weird.
Because I wonder that, like, with the doctors, like, seeing, I don't know, because, for me, hospitals and even GPs, like, I always get nervous going in there.
Even I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You go there every day.
Oh, but I mean, like when I'm a patient, I get nervous.
Yeah.
If I need something done or I need to see my doctor, I get nervous.
You are very into music, Jess.
Mm.
Did you do much of that during your studies?
Yep.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Like the choir?
You mean like the recent exam or do you mean like in mid school?
Oh, recent exam.
Yeah, I still went to choir.
Oh, good on you.
We had a big concert like the weekend straight after my exam because it was on Wednesday, Thursday, and then that weekend was like big concert. So I didn't do that one. So I think I probably had like a month or like I probably finished choir about a month before my exam. Yeah, but I kept going because like it's very important to me.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't commit to that like concert because it was way too close to my exam, and I knew I'd be too stressed.
So there was a month before your exam?
Probably. Yeah.
So, but it's good that you kept going.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like I don't have a choice but to do something that's not studying. You know, like when I go to choir rehearsal, I have to just be in the moment and enjoy choir rehearsal. There's no point stressing about my studying when I was at choir rehearsal because I literally can't do it while I'm there. So I may as well just make the most of that time, enjoy singing, and then I can stress about the study later.
So that's a once a week vibe, right?
Yeah.
Like for an hour or two?
2 hours.
And you've been singing for a while now, right?
Yeah.
In a choir?
Yeah. My whole life.
Your whole life?
Well, you know, I started in primary school choirs back in the day, which are not very professional, obviously. And then, yeah, all the way through.
Damn. Is it... Because you're in a youth choir. Are you still in the same youth choir?
Yeah, same one.
When do you get out of that?
Next year's my last year.
Damn.
Because I get too old for it. I'm no longer a youth.
No longer a youth.
Shout out to Auckland Youth Choir.
Yeah, shout out to Auckland Youth Choir.
Yeah, it's great.
When's the next event? Let's give them a
next year. We're finished for the year now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So for the listeners,
so just
look out for that.
You can follow us on Instagram.
Oh yeah, there's an
and
Instagram?
Facebook. Yeah.
What's the Instagram?
Auckland Youth Choir.
Okay.
I think. I don't know what the actual name is, but I'm sure if you search Auckland Youth Choir, it's the only one.
Yeah.
So that'll be it. It has a red logo.
Okay.
If you're looking, which you should, because we're great.
And I've been a couple of times. It was fun.
Yeah. I'm glad that you came. It was very cool that you came.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
No, it's really fun, guys. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. What music did you listen to on the way here?
I listened to my liked songs on Spotify.
Okay.
But I use that function where you shuffle it and it mixes in things it thinks you might like. You know that do you know that?
I don't use Spotify.
Wait, what?
Although, I mean, I love Spotify. I love Spotify.
Yeah, good save.
But I listen to long form podcasts on Spotify. That's what I was.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah, those are. Yeah, there's one called.
There's one called Everything Goes with Pascal.
Oh no, don't listen to that. That's lame.
I was gonna say it's real good.
That is good actually. Yeah, I was just lying. Everything Goes with Pascal is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, after you listen to all the episodes there, if you need something else to listen to, Joe Rogan podcast. Have you listened to Joe Rogan podcast?
Nah.
Have you heard about Joe Rogan?
No.
Joe Rogan Experience podcast. Do you listen to any podcasts?
I'm not a podcast listener, generally.
You're a music.
Yeah, I listen to music.
Would you listen to this podcast?
Yeah.
You would? This episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely this episode because I want to hear... Although I'm talking, I'll probably just listen to the start and be like, oh, my voice is so weird, and then stop.
I always wonder, how many of my recordings do my guests listen to their own episodes?
I don't know.
I've wondered. Yeah. Well, if you're listening to Jess, how weird is that?
Oh, you mean should we talk to myself from
we're
the
talking
future?
to the future you.
Oh, that's weird.
That's weird. I feel like I'm living in a memory right now.
Yeah.
I'm in your head right now.
I'm a little bit tripped out by that.
I am tripped out. So this will be released next Tuesday.
Okay, good to know.
So will you listen to it during the week or during the weekends?
I'll probably in the weekends because I tend to read my Kindle on the bus.
Okay. Although
I could take my headphones and instead of reading on the bus next week, I can listen to the podcast on the bus next week.
What would you say to you? So it's hi Jess in 2 weeks. What would you say to her?
Hi me in 2 weeks.
Hi you in 2 weeks. What would you say to her?
Oh, do I have results out by then? No. Exam results are not out by then, so I'll still be happy. I think just continue enjoying life. Remember to focus on the good things and just enjoy it. And I hope you're having fun and that you've got to theatre a few more times at work, which is operating theatre, just to clarify. I don't also do drama.
And you enjoy going there?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
What about high you in 1 year?
Ooh. Me in 1 year. Ooh, I will have been working as a registrar for a few months, which is like the next step up in my career.
You're talking to you in 1 year now.
Oh, I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, me. Wow. Great achievement. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're not too stressed. What if you could send some advice back in time about what I need to know in advance, that'd be great. So if you could do that now, just download it into my head or something. Thanks.
High you in 5 years.
Hopefully on a training program. So congrats, me in 5 years. I'm just assuming that that's happened. Fingers crossed. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Do you have any kids?
What do you reckon?
Maybe. That'd be giving it away. No. I'm not pregnant, by the way, if that's what. Just in case anyone thought that was a hint.
No one was thinking that.
Well, no, in case anyone listening knows me, no.
No, you're not pregnant.
No.
Okay, last one. High you in 10 years.
I have no idea what my life will look like in 10 years. I hope that me in 10 years, I hope you're happy and you've got a bit of a family going on and you're enjoying your work and that you've still kept up singing, and I hope you're still running and you can run comfortably 5 kilometers by then. That would be good. That's a very low bar, but that's what I'm aiming for.
Well, but you can run 5K these days, right?
No, because I stopped running over my exam, and so now I'm running back to my 3K runs.
You were doing 5K in like half an hour before.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I'll take it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Right?
I was happy with that
Yeah.
at the time.
So you're back to 3Ks?
Yeah.
You gotta start somewhere, you know?
I've decided I'm going to change my running goals.
Okay. What's your running goal?
Well, I'm planning to do, I think it's a 12K in March with 2 of my friends.
That'll be fun.
One of whom is already running marathons, so she'll find it a breeze. The other one is also at like a similar point to me. We're both running about 3K at the moment and just trying to run 3K without stopping. But that's my kind of long-termish goal at this point. But like my goals for my training now, before I was just doing my 5Ks and I think just trying to get faster at the 5Ks, but I've changed the way I think about it. I'm going to do 3Ks. I'm going to stick on 3K for like a few weeks and try and get my speed up. And then I'm going to push it out to 5K and stick at 5K for a little bit and try and get my speed up. And like once I'm able to run faster, I'll extend the length instead of just being able to run longer and longer and longer. I actually want to get my pace up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how you train it? Did you do some research on that?
I heard one thing once on like Instagram Reels, and now I'm doing it.
That must have been legit.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on...
Do you run?
Not really. I run as like more of a kind of every now and again kind of vibes, you know?
Like at the treadmill?
Outside.
Outside. Oh,
Outside,
okay.
yeah.
Like just runs in the street.
Yeah, exactly. I've never really run as like my main exercise. It's always to fuel like my football or
right,
you know, to get outside and catch some vitamin D.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 Because you've done heaps of sports. How's your tennis going?
My tennis is going pretty good. I still suck, but I'm getting better.
You're probably better than me.
Hopefully. Because I've invested, you know, because I get private lessons. I invest a lot of money and time on that joint.
Yeah.
But
nice.
actually, since I started my podcast being my priority, I was improving a lot because I would practice a lot. But since I started my podcast, the amount I practice gone down significantly.
Yeah.
And therefore I haven't been getting better as much.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have gone down. You would have just like, your rate of improvement would be lower, but you'll still be improving if you're doing it semi-regularly, surely.
I hope so. I'm trying to do twice a week now. Before
Yeah.
I was doing like at least 3 times a week, sometimes 4.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely feel the significant difference.
Yeah.
between the
Because
two.
it's quite a lot less.
Yeah. But that kind of makes me think. I talk about this with my guests a lot, but that kind of makes me think. Because I'm type of guy who's like, when I do things, I like to go all the way.
Yeah.
So, like me kind of half-assing tennis right now kind of makes me think, like, why am I doing it? I definitely enjoy it.
Yeah.
But if I'm not, because I'm not playing competitively, and
Yeah.
I'm not planning to at least in the next year or two.
Yeah.
So that does kind of make me think, why am I doing it?
But I don't think that that's a reason not to do it. Like, you don't have to do everything 100% all the time. No one can do that. Like, you can't 100% dedicate yourself to 100% of the things you do all the time. That's not sustainable.
That's true.
And, like, you enjoy playing tennis. You, like, from what I know, you really enjoy playing tennis. It's a skill. It's fun getting lessons, and it's fun, like, having a trainer and improving. Like, doing anything. And just because you're not, like, putting your 100% focus on it at the moment doesn't mean that you need to drop it or stop it.
This is what I struggle with a lot. So for example, like looking at Kelly, like one of my flatmates, she's got like a hockey that she's been playing for years. She's got like this tap dancing. She's like a pro at, although like she hasn't done it in a few years, but you know, it's something that I imagine like if she picked up again, she's a pro, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
With you, like for example, there's singing that you've been doing it for years and years.
Yeah.
And I think that's very cool. You know what I mean? It's like, I think it's an argument of me, for example, there's football I kind of been doing, but I don't play anymore.
Yeah.
There's tennis that I started recently.
Yeah.
So I'm more like, there's no one thing that kind of, oh, this is my thing. This is like, if anyone sees me doing this thing,
Yeah.
like they can tell I've been doing this for a while. I'm a pro at this.
Yeah.
So there's no one thing that kind of, I guess it's like jack of all trades versus like being really experienced at something, being an expert at something. Yeah, I don't know. I always wondered like, what's better?
I don't think there is. I think it's so individual, right? Like, because some people do things for a while and then they move on and they do something else because that's what brings them joy, right? And that's how they get motivation. The chair is squeaking again. That's how they get their motivation and things. And like, for example, Matt, my husband, he is a projects kind of man, generally. Like, he will pick something. He's quite an entrepreneur. I'm obviously very biased, and I think he's great.
Oh yeah.
But like, he'll have an idea and he'll like work on this idea and he'll take it as far as he can, you know, and discuss it with people and maybe talk to businesses about, you know, hypothetically how it would work and that kind of thing. And then sometimes he loses interest. Sometimes he realizes that it's kind of more work than he's got time for or like willing to put into this project or whatever. And so then, you know, he just puts it on the back burner. Doesn't mean he's never going to come back to it, but, you know, he's like, okay, tried that. Not really a thing that I want to keep doing. And so then a couple months later, he'll have another idea. And I think that there's a lot to be said for people who just like try things and like will commit to something and really go for it and then go, okay, I'm done with that now, and then move on to the next thing. I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's wrong. And by the same token, I don't think it's wrong to have something that you do that isn't like your main focus, but you continue for ages. Like my choir, it's very like relaxed. It's as much social as it is like skill for me. You know, like I go to my choir rehearsal once a week and I see friends there, and I get to do my singing with the group, and I get to develop my vocal skills and my, choral skills and all that kind of thing. And it's just something that I love doing, and I do it all the time, and I really have no intention of making that my main focus and becoming super competitive with my singing. I just enjoy doing it. And I think
You're
that's
good,
important.
You know what I mean? Like, because, like, you're pro at it. You know what I mean? Because you've been doing it for a while.
I wouldn't say I'm a pro though.
True. You're
Like I'm gonna
as pro as it gets before actually start earning money off it.
Nah, not even that.
You don't
I'm
think
just
so?
in a community choir.
Hmm.
Like it's an all-comers choir. Like I don't think I can sing in tune. Yay. But a lot of people can do that.
Can they? I don't know. Yeah.
No comment on your singing voice, Pascal. No
Oh man,
comment.
I always come. Remember when we used to do Just Sing? Is it Just Sing?
Yes.
Sing Star.
With the microphones.
The-
our phones as
Our phone
microphones.
microphones, and I always come last. It's bullshit.
Yeah, but did you have fun?
Oh, I love singing.
Yeah.
Singing's a lot of fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, who's your favorite? I want to word. Okay, let me ask you a lot of questions about this.
Okay.
Who's your favorite singer right now?
Sarah Bareilles.
Oh shit, that's like your goat, right?
Mm-hmm.
All-time favorite.
Greatest of all time. Yeah.
What's her name? Sarah Bareilles.
Sarah Bareilles.
Shout out Sarah
Bareilles.
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 Yeah.
Shout out Sarah Bareilles.
I'm really sorry that he can't say your name.
Where is she from?
The US.
I've never heard of her. I mean, I know her through you, but I've never
Yeah.
heard of her before that.
She's got a few like popular songs that a lot of people would know. Like
Yeah?
Brave.
Wow.
Like, I wanna see you be brave. What you say? Let the words fall out.
I'll probably know.
Honestly, I wanna see you be brave.
I
That
don't
one.
know many songs. That's okay.
Okay, that's not helpful then.
how like what's say for example like her Instagram or YouTube?
Yeah.
How many followings does she have? I'm just trying to
Ooh.
gauge like how popular she is and how well known she is.
I don't actually know.
Oh, okay.
I think she's semi well known, but she's never like really blown up.
Has she been here in New Zealand?
I don't think so.
Sarah Bareilles.
If she came here,
If she came here,
I would go.
I'm with you.
If she came to Australia, I would go.
Really?
I would pay to go over to see her. Yeah.
There's a Taylor Swift thing going on right now.
Yes.
Are you a fan of Taylor Swift?
I think that a lot of her music is good, but I
Mm.
wouldn't say that I'm like a big fan or like a Swiftie or anything.
What makes you Bareilles, but not a Swiftie?
I just prefer her music.
Did she pop? Does she sing pop?
I think
or-
she's like kind of a mix of like pop, a little bit. She's slightly jazzy, slightly bluesy.
Love that.
Definitely more like slow pop.
Mm.
I think she'd probably fit in the pop category. Yeah. But I think she has quite a range of repertoire, and not all of her songs sound the same. And she's got some really poppy kind of ones which are like played on the radio and that kind of thing, and then she's got some more kind of slower niche ones or that are slightly more jazzy bluesy, which I also really like. And my dad always says, shout out to Dad, who
Shout out Papa.
probably won't watch this,
Papa
but
Allen.
Papa Allen.
Papa Allen.
He says you kind of sound like her, which is like a huge compliment.
Wow.
I don't think I do at all, but
yeah.
yeah.
But the way, like, just like podcast, what you hear of your own voice is different to what other people hear.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So technically, your dad would know better.
Yeah, but my dad's also my dad, and he's very
That's
biased.
true. That's sweet of him, though, that
Yeah.
he says that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Have you thought about... I remember you saying you wanted to pick up a guitar at one point.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to play guitar.
Yeah. How's that? Is that something that's like in the near future thing? Or is that... What do you reckon?
I don't think so.
Why not? Guitar's like such an accessible instrument, Jess.
I know, but I just don't think it's a priority for me. Like, I have other things that I would rather do before I learn guitar.
You do have a lot going on.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, I don't know. I know it's something that I could do if I really sat down and committed to it.
Yeah.
But I don't really want to go out and buy a guitar and learn how to play guitar and commit all that time to it because I just don't think... I don't know, it's just not a priority for me. I enjoy my singing much more than I'd ever enjoy playing an instrument, and I know that because I attempted to play piano when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me 5 years to get to grade 2, so I decided it probably wasn't for me after that.
But with guitar or piano, you can do both. You know what I mean? You're basically...
Yeah, that's true.
It's like a karaoke on demand kind of thing. I mean, you kind of have that anyway these days, you know, playing YouTube.
Well, that's the thing, is that like you don't really need to play an instrument to have a backing track, right?
That's true.
You can sing to anything. You can sing without a backing track, obviously, as well. I don't know, it's just... It's something that I'm like, oh, that would be nice to be able to do, but it's not something that I'm particularly committed to actually doing.
How about this? Would you, if you could choose to learn an instrument instantly versus learn a language instantly, which one would you go for, and which instrument or language?
I think I'd pick language, and I'd probably pick German.
German.
I just think German is... I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I think German is such a cool language. I just love the way they speak. I love the accent. And I love the way they make words. Have you seen those videos?
Do you mean like a kindergarten kind of thing?
Yeah, but they've got like words, oddly specific words for certain things, which are like 10 syllables long and mean like something very particular.
Yes. What's an example of that? I remember there was like a feeling or something, like very specific feeling. Or,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. There's like videos that you can find.
Yeah.
That they like say the word, which is like a ridiculously long German word.
Yeah.
And then it's like the feeling of not knowing where you put something when you walk into a room or something like that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
If you were to live in a country other than New Zealand, would it be Germany?
I think Germany's cool, but it's too far away from my family.
It is far.
I think if I had to move out of New Zealand, it would probably be Australia, just because it's close. Even though they have so many things that will eat you or poison you or something.
What scares you the most out of kind of the stereotypical animals and insects you find in Australia?
It's got to be the spiders.
The spiders, eh?
We come back to it.
Something about them legs.
Round circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also the fact that they're like silent and they have poison and they can just like bite you and then you can die and you don't even know what's happened. Like, and they look creepy as.
They do look creepy.
And this is coming from, like, I consider myself quite good with bugs in general.
Okay.
But also I feel like I'm good with spiders because as long as I identify that it is not actually a poisonous spider, I will pick it up in my hands and put it outside.
Really?
Yeah.
You're way better than me.
If it's a white tail, I'm not even going in the same room.
No. Oh, ham, no.
I'm like out of the house.
Yeah,
I'm moving out.
I'm selling. Yeah, you're selling. How about this? Spider. Okay, it's like a fear factor kind of question.
Okay.
You have to lie in a coffin kind of thing, and it's filled with either spiders, you know, those chunky big ones, but not poisonous, or cockroaches. Chunky big cockroaches, not poisonous. And you're not going to get sick of this.
Wait, hang on. Did you say the spiders are poisonous or they're not poisonous?
They're not poisonous. So you won't get any sick of this. It's purely aesthetics and feelings.
I'd pick spiders.
You would rather lie in, spiders.
As long as I knew that they weren't, like if they're not going to hurt me.
They're not going to hurt
spiders,
you.
100%.
Spiders, yeah, for sure. Oh, cockroaches. I think cockroaches.
You agree? You'd also pick spiders?
I'll pick spiders, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
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 What about spiders and scorpions? you have to choose between those two.
Well, scorpions can 100% hurt you, so yeah, it's got to be the spiders.
That's true. What if they can't hurt you? They're trained.
Okay, so in this hypothetical scenario,
Yeah.
none of these creatures are going to hurt you at all.
They're not going to hurt you. They're trained spiders and trained scorpions.
I think I choose scorpions.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because I've never seen a scorpion before, and so if I knew it wasn't going to hurt me,
Yeah.
I'd be very fascinated
Yeah.
to like meet one in person.
That's true. That is true. There would be one of the very few opportunities to meet a scorpion
Yeah,
that's not going to hurt you.
and then ask its name,
Yeah.
and it would be like, "Hi, my name is."
Wow, that's very offensive to scorpions.
Why is this offensive to scorpions?
Whoa, that's very special because you're stereotyping scorpions.
That's true.
What they sound like.
Well, they might sound like this.
They might.
They could. You
Here's
never know.
another thing: dinosaurs.
Okay, what about dinosaurs?
Would you rather lie in food? Look at that.
In a coffin full of dinosaurs.
No, I was
Do
gonna-
you mean chickens? Because they're a descendant of dinosaurs.
Are they? People say that, but
Yeah.
chickens.
Well,
Come on,
I mean,
come on.
yeah, people say it. I don't know what the evidence is.
Prove
But
it,
it's science. It's science. So it must be right.
It's science. But how do people know what dinosaur sounds like? People say, I'm a dinosaur. Never, hey, I'm a dinosaur. How would you know?
Oh, if you were a dinosaur, which dinosaur would you be?
I don't know many dinosaurs.
Neither do I. So
Okay,
So
we're
go for it.
same league. If I were a dinosaur, so are we going by a dinosaur you want to be, or some dinosaur that you are most like to?
what you want to be.
What I want to be?
Because I don't know enough about dinosaurs to know what personalities they had.
I think the flying ones are pretty cool.
That's true.
The flying ones are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Imagine the view. You're flying and you see like
Yeah.
gigantic dinosaur chasing another small as one.
Yeah.
And you're like looking down like, man, if I was down there, I would have been fucked. But
Yeah.
I'm good because I'm up here.
Flying instead of swimming?
I reckon flying feels safer. Don't you think? From the other dinosaurs, I mean.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's
what
true.
about you then?
If I could choose a dinosaur to be. Yeah. I think Triceratopses are super cute.
Oh, what are they?
They're like, I think they're herbivore dinosaurs, and they have like, they kind of look like giant hippos, but they have like this like crown kind of looking thing,
Oh, really?
and they have 3 horns.
That's cool.
Triceratops.
I like things with horns.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they like have like this really cool, I don't know. I've just always thought, and they have like, I think they have like a big like snout thing. I don't know. I can't remember. I just remember thinking that Triceratops was super cute when I was
Sounds cool.
little. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie The Good Dinosaur? It's like a Pixar movie.
Is it the one about the green?
Yes, it's a
Dude,
green dinosaur.
yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
It's cute.
It's so cute.
It's really cute.
Oh. Pixar movies are so good.
What's your favorite Pixar movie?
Ice Age.
Okay.
Is Shrek Pixar or Disney? No, Shrek is DreamWorks.
That's a different one, but Pixar is Disney.
Yeah, but
'Cause
they
it's on
didn't
Disney
used to
Plus.
be.
Is that right? So Disney consumed that
I
joint.
think so.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think Shrek wasn't Disney at the time.
I haven't
that was
seen it on
created.
Disney Plus.
Good point.
You know what I mean? Do you have Disney Plus?
Yes.
I haven't
Yes.
seen Shrek on Disney Plus.
That's a good point.
Someone said Shrek 2 and maybe Shrek 1 was directed by a New Zealander.
I did not know that.
Yep. I know,
I
right?
love it even more.
What? I was so proud. I was more proud than I should have been when I heard that.
Was it Taika Waititi? I don't think it
No,
was.
it wasn't him.
No,
Should I look it up?
wouldn't have been. Yes, do it.
Should I look it up? Well, if listeners, kind of a dead air filler. If the listeners know who it is, then take a guess right now. So Shrek was directed by Andrew Adamson and Vicky Jansen.
Yeah. Is this the first one?
And- Yeah, this is the first one. Let me click on Andrew Adamson. And
who's
my guy was born 1st December 1966. Almost happy birthday, Andrew, in Auckland, New Zealand.
Oh, wait. What does he look like? Show me the photo. Oh, my word. That's not what I expected him to
Yeah,
look
yeah.
like. He's He's an interesting looking fellow.
And
Maybe it's just a bad photo.
it could be a bad photo.
Yeah,
People have bad photos. Okay, and the other director, Vicky Jansen, Victoria Jansen, March 4th, 1960, was born in Los Angeles, New Zealand. Los Angeles, California, New Zealand. Let's go.
I took a sip of my drink at the wrong moment. Oh, that's so funny.
What about the same question but for an animal instead of dinosaurs?
Like, which animal would you be?
Yep. Would you want to be?
Elephant.
Elephants. That's cool. That's a cool one.
Yeah, their
That's a cool
trunks are
answer.
just so cool. I
You
just
like the
want to know
trunks?
what it's like to have a trunk.
You could do that like a hand thing that you know what I mean? Like that people do with the like
The-
you go around and you hold your nose kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be how it feels.
Maybe. I'm not convinced. I'm like doing it with my hands and I'm like, no.
It's very, maybe it's very is it impractical or
The
I'm
trunk.
not sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Nah, their trunks are so good.
I know they're super smart.
Yeah.
Have you
course
seen
I know.
them painting,
No, but I've seen them drumming.
drumming?
Yeah.
Well, they're artists right
I
there.
know.
No, I've seen one painting an elephant. Like
What? An elephant painting an elephant?
an elephant painting an
like,
elephant.
and didn't have to be like told what to do.
That's another thing. You could train a dog to do a lot of tricks,
Yeah.
but they're not doing it because
They know what
they
they're
are.
doing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't know what
yeah.
they're doing.
Yeah.
They're just doing movement, which happens to be tricks.
Yes.
So I don't know what capacity this elephant was trained in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very good point. They
Yeah.
might have been trained to paint this specific like picture.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. Just make that movement.
Yeah.
But there's an elephant that does that. And another elephant fact is they like communicate through vibration or something,
What?
through the earth or something.
Like by stamping or something.
I think it's even less than that or something.
Oh.
But yeah, there was this guy who lived in the Amazon for years, and he was saying elephant are like one of the most intelligent animals that he knows. Like, but
I mean, yeah, they're so smart, right?
very emotionally intelligent too.
Right. Yeah.
So we should treat them like
Like we would like a dog
yeah,
or something.
yeah.
You know, pigs are also really smart.
Are they
Like they're as smart as dogs.
smart as dogs?
Yeah.
Really?
Pigs are really smart also. Yeah.
Can they paint?
I don't know if they can paint.
I love pigs though. I love piglets.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. But they're not as cute when they're older.
Yeah, they're nice and they stink. And
Yeah.
did you know? Fun fact.
You've got a lot of those.
In the US, right? Obviously, there are a lot of pigs there. But it all started from just 6 or 7 pigs.
No.
Legit. They just brought like 6 or 7 pigs and it's all bred from that.
So there's a lot of inbreeding in the pig.
There,
In the pig world.
Must be.
Oh, jeepers. Okay, you asked me what kind of animal I'd be. What kind of animal would you be?
Me. So it's an animal I want to be, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I think if I want to be an animal, I have to be a predator. Because you know what I mean?
Oh, right. Because
I don't want to be like, I don't want to like,
You don't want to be a victim
yeah, I don't want to be a victim.
or
Maybe
whatever
like
the word is called. Prey. Yeah.
What would be a good predator? Like bear? Would that bear or like a...
I mean, bears hibernate, so you get to sleep a lot.
yeah.
I feel like it's a good shout. They eat honey, which is nice.
I love honey.
I feel like that's a good call.
I love honey.
Yeah.
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 We can meet up and hang out.
A bear and an elephant. I don't know if they'd be friends, to be honest.
Do they get... to me, like animals interacting is like one of the most curious things.
I know.
Do they know like they're different animals?
I don't know.
So-
I think
Yeah.
because my auntie and uncle
Yeah.
have 2 dogs. One of them is a little sausage dog.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like tiny legs, like
I love sausage dogs.
5 centimeters long. It's super cute.
Yeah.
And then they've also got a Ridgeback,
Okay.
which I don't think many people know this breed, but
No.
they're like the size of a horse. They're like
Sure.
literally massive.
Yeah.
But they also have like the long dangly ears.
Cute.
And their dogs are the same color. So they're both like red dogs. So it looks like they've got like a ginormous version and a really, really, really tiny version. But Pippa, who's like the big Ridgeback, grew up with my grandparents' little Jack Russell.
Okay.
So she thinks she's the size of a Jack Russell, but she's the size of a horse.
Yeah.
So like she acts like she's a tiny dog and like will try and like jump onto your lap when you just sit on the couch and you're like literally being crushed because she's so big. But they're super cute.
Yeah, dogs are cute like that.
Yeah.
Someone said dogs don't have the concept of like identity. Or was it though? Like I can't remember
Like
the word.
self-awareness or something?
Kind of the awareness. Yeah, they look at us, for example, and
Yeah.
they think we're just big dogs.
Oh.
Whereas, for example, monkeys, they know they're monkeys. We are
They know-
humans.
Right. They know that a different animal is a different
Yeah,
thing. But I feel like dogs know that like cats or rabbits are different from them.
exactly. That's the thing I don't get. But yeah, when dogs see each other, they bark at each other.
Mm.
And they don't do that to every human. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So I don't know if that's a smell thing or maybe it's just an
I don't
unreliable
know.
source, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
But monkeys is another thing, eh?
Yeah.
Monkeys is super smart too.
Yeah. Imagine if humans were like that. We looked at like other animals and we just thought that we were that animal.
They were the animal.
Yeah, like how dogs look at humans and they just think that we're dogs or that they're the same as us. Imagine if we looked at another animal and we were like, oh yeah, that's what we look like too. That'd be
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah. No, it's just a weird thing. I don't know, like this consciousness thing. I've been meditating, doing this meditation
Oh
thing.
yes. Have you done your ice water?
Ice
thing?
water, yeah, every day. So me and
oh my gosh.
actually like it's been quite fun these days. You should try this with your friend Jess.
Mm.
So every day, well, the lore goes back a little bit before. So Denim, one of my friends,
Yeah.
Denim, he's been
Yeah.
complaining that he's just been saying that after he's finished his masters,
Yeah.
he doesn't have anything that he needs to get up to.
Mm.
So he's been sleeping in a little bit.
Mm.
So I just suggested, okay, let's try, fix that. Let's
Mm.
get into a routine. So I said, every day between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m.,
Yeah.
we have to have a cold shower
Mhm.
and then send each other a selfie to prove that we did it. Hold each other accountable.
Oh yeah.
And
Okay.
we're on our, I think 37 or 38th day streak.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool.
It's really cool. It's really fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives me motivation because I was doing it before that, but sometimes it's harder because, sometimes you're like, why am I doing
Like,
this?
no one's gonna know
No
if
one's
I
gonna
skip
know.
it. Kind of
Not
thing.
that someone has to know to
Yeah,
motivate
yeah.
me, but
Yeah.
I think there is so it's fun to hold each other accountable and do that.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Go through that with someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I
I
can
think that's
recommend
really
that.
cool.
Jess, would you do it?
I think I could do cold showers, but I don't know if I could do like ice bath.
Oh, nah, yeah. Nah, we don't do ice bath. We just do cold
Yeah,
showers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'd give it a go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You could join our chat.
But I don't have time to do it at that time of the day.
Oh,
Like, because I already get up at like 5:45, and I don't really want to get up any earlier than that.
That's true. Yeah, we do only do it for a minute and a half.
Oh, it's very short.
Yeah, it's very short.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe it'll be fun.
I would give it a go. I feel like I would do it on my days off.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
It's every day, Jess. It's every day, Jess.
But like, I don't have a trouble getting up on my days that I'm working.
Yeah.
And I get up early and I like do my thing and I go to it and that's all good. It's when I have like my rostered days off during the week, like today and tomorrow, I'm not working, but everyone else is working. So I have like it's a free day. Like I can do whatever I want. I'm not relying on anyone else. Matt is working, so like it's just a free personal day, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
But I used to, before my exam, before I was studying and stuff, would find that I hated them because I would like sleep in or I'd like just doom scroll on my phone, which I kind of got out of when I was studying, and I'm trying to stay out of that like doom scrolling thing. And then, suddenly it's 10 a.m. and I haven't really even got up yet or done anything with my day, and then my day kind of turns into a bit of a nothing and I feel like I haven't achieved anything, and so then I feel bad, and Do you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like I need something on those days to get me up and going.
Right.
Yeah.
So what would you do tomorrow then?
Tomorrow, like what would I do without, if I wasn't doing like a cold shower or something? Do you mean?
Or like, what's your plan tomorrow to not do doom scrolling?
Oh, right.
And kind of.
I'm just better at getting up because my exam. I got really used to just getting up and like studying. So I don't think I'm in the habit so much of sleeping in. But like I try and make a list for myself, a to-do list. I'm like, okay, today I want to go for a run. I need to do some shopping. I need to get some groceries. I'm doing something tomorrow. I'm having dinner with my grandparents, so I need to make sure that I'm like prepared for that.
Nice.
And I don't know. Like I think if I have a to-do list, I get things done. Oh, I'm drawing a bird for my dad.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know, because do you remember I drew that bird for my mum when we were in Torbay?
Yeah, I know you drew her something. Was it
Yeah.
a bird?
Yeah, I drew her a falcon.
Okay.
And I commissioned I got my dad to commission a drawing from me. Because he
Really?
thought the bird was great. But he's also my dad, so he thinks that it's great, which is great. So I'm drawing a cararoo for him.
Oh, yeah.
Which I've been doing for over a year now.
That's a big pigeon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just like didn't draw for a lot of time.
Mm.
I just put it off. It wasn't something I was motivated to do. But now that my exam's over, I'm like, I really need to get this done.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that will get me up in the morning.
1 year. It's been a year.
Yeah, not a year of actually drawing it, just a year of procrastinating drawing it.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's your procrastination? Is it the scrolling?
Probably, and just prioritizing everything else above it.
Mm.
So I'm not doing that anymore. I did some work on it today.
Nice.
So I'm proud of myself.
Nice. What percentage is it done?
I'd say 20% now.
Okay.
Maybe 15.
And how many hours to go, you reckon?
Probably 7 or 8 hours to go.
7 or 8?
Yeah. I'm too much of a perfectionist. Yeah.
But that's not too bad. Like it's like one full time day, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I just do it in bits. Just 1 hour when I'm free. And then I'll get there. And I need to stop caring if it's not absolutely perfect.
True.
Yeah.
You are a perfectionist, did you say?
Yeah.
Have you read that book?
For context, Pascal just went and looked in his bookshelf and pulled out said book.
Too Perfect, When Being in Control Gets Out of Control by Alan E. Mellinger, MD, and Janet Jews. Jewies? I'm sorry.
I have not read this.
This is a book.
It might be good for me.
I love this book. I've read it once. I started reading again, but then your book came in my hands,
right.
so I've been reading
Yeah.
your book. But this is a very good book that was recommended by Kelly. Yeah, amazing book. It's about what it says.
Okay,
It's
I
about
want to read
perfectionism.
this, but I've got 2 books on the go right now.
What
And
are you reading?
Okay, so do you know the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan?
I feel like I've heard of that series.
It's 14 books long. They're all like 10, like they're massive
Thick
books.
as ham.
They're thick as ham.
Thick as
Yep,
ham.
They're thick as ham. Literally.
Talking about bacon. I mean, talking about pigs.
We've really circled back a few times during this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
It really links in together well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm up to book 3. And I read the first 2 books at the beginning of the year before I started studying. So, and I hadn't been reading at all while I was studying. So I've got back into it. I've got it on my Kindle. I read it I read it on the bus to and from work. And I love it. I love reading. I forgot how much I loved it. And it's such a good series. Like the whole world is so well thought out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Lord of the Rings equivalent, but in my opinion, it's better than Lord of the Rings in terms of like how much detail he's gone into in terms of world building.
Oh. Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's about 3 young men who live in this tiny village in whatever the country is called. They live in Andor, which is part of the world that they live in. And their little village is called Two Rivers. And this kind of mysterious, elegant lady and her, who they think is her, like, you know, man who, like, looks after her or something, arrive in their town, and, like, suddenly everything changes, like, and things have been starting to go a bit strange for a while, you know, like, winter wasn't really going away properly, and then all these, like, monsters attack the village, and eventually they end up going on this massive, like, adventure led by this woman. I don't want to go away too much if you guys are going to read it. But yeah, and it's like, it's fantasy, so there's magic and there's, you know, good and evil, and, you know, yeah, and it's just so extensive, and they just go to so many different places, and there's so many different types of creatures, and you know how, like, books have rules, or like worlds and books have rules, you know, like magic has rules, you know, and you,
In what way?
and like magic will work in a certain way. So for example, or like a rule in a movie. Okay, we're near Halloween, right? So if we're talking about a horror movie, there are rules. Like, ghosts can't go through walls, for instance. And a break of the rule would be like a ghost going through the wall. So it's the same concept with like magic in books or fantasy worlds, as in like you can only do certain things. Like in this book, the magic is somewhat elemental in a way. So they can't just like create an object out of thin air. You know, there's like limits to what they can do. Yeah, and it's just so well thought. I just love it. It's great.
So it's 10-book series.
Like 14.
Yeah, and it's finished?
Yes, he actually died. The author, Robert Jordan, died before he finished the 13th book.
Yeah.
But he'd already drafted it. And his son worked with Brandon Sanderson, who's another author who writes in a similar style, and was friends with him and liked by him. And so Brandon Sanderson and Robert Jordan's son worked together to complete the series after he died. And apparently it's really good.
That's cool. But it's a big commitment.
Yeah.
Huge commitment.
But I'm getting through them pretty fast.
Why is it called Wheel of Time?
Because that's that's one of the big like concepts in the book, is that the wheel of time revolves around, and the ages pass and the ages come and go. So the wheel of time is basically time in the series, and the wheel of time is made up of certain ages, and it just revolves around. And yeah.
What's the other book you're reading?
The other book, I actually need to start it. Well, this is quite exciting, actually. It's another series that I started last year or something. And it's a brand new author called Devin Downing. And he started writing this series, which is a trilogy. Again, it's fantasy. I like fantasy and like magic and stuff like that. And I can't remember what the first book's even called, but I read the first 2 books and I was waiting for the 3rd book to come out. And he emailed recently all of his followers saying like, oh I'm releasing my 3rd book soon, but I need some people to help do like the final editing.
Sure.
And he's like, I will like give you free like early access to the book if you want to do like some editing and formatting and help me with that kind of thing. So I'm very keen. I actually really enjoy editing and making sure that words are spelled correctly and punctuation is correct and stuff. So it's on a Google Doc, and I'm going to be able to edit the final book in the series while like getting to read the final book in the series. Yeah. And I'm very excited about it.
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Devin Downing.
Devin Downing. And the series name? Do you know the series name?
I will in a moment.
Devin Downing. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
You will get like surely like an editor shout out or something.
Well, that's what I'm like, will I get my name written in his book?
Surely. Edited by.
The book is called, the 3rd book that I'm going to be helping edit is called The Reviving.
Reviving. While you look that up, let me just run to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, I
Do you
can
need
do
to
that.
the bathroom break?
I'm okay.
Okay, cool. I'll
Yeah.
be right back.
Now that Pascal's gone, it's time to take over the podcast. I don't know how to do that because I don't know how any of this technology works, but I'm not going to press any buttons in case anything goes wrong because that would also be bad. You know what? To fill in time, I know I don't need to do this because he could technically edit this out. I'm going to do a dramatic reading of a random page from this book. Okay, here we go. Oh, this seems like a good part to do a dramatic reading on. Okay. I don't know how good this is going to be. I've seen some remarkable examples of just how long people will cling to almost finish. Oh, he's back. I filled in the time. There was no dead air.
That's good. That's good. Don't have to edit this out.
And you also have to listen to it.
But what if I get a copyright strike?
Oh, jeepers. Well, you can just cut before I actually read the book. I also only got through half a sentence before you came back.
So did you find out the series name?
Oh no, I forgot to do that.
To give them to give Devon Downing a proper shout out, you know?
Yeah. The Adamic trilogy. You know the name Adam. Adamic trilogy.
Okay. Adamic.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. By Devon Downing.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's great.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? It's time for Random Questions with Jess. Woo! I'm gonna edit like a theme song here. So yeah,
Okay.
the dance for a bit. Yeah. Woo! Do you know this song?
Yeah. It's a great song.
I
It's
love
actually
this
probably
song.
one of my favorite songs.
I made this song.
I love it.
I made
It's
this
so
song.
good.
Woo! Boo-doo. Yeah, it's like a 7-minute long song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
just
like,
we'll just go with it. It's all good.
Woo!
Yeah. Oh, but I can't interpretive dance because I can't hear the lyrics, and that's my specialty.
What? You can't hear the lyrics?
I mean, yeah.
Because it's
The
playing right now.
The lyrics are great.
Yeah. What does it? What's it saying? Sing for us. Read it out for us. What's the lyrics saying?
You've no. No. I'm out. Tapping out.
Tapping out.
Why don't you sing it?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go on then.
No. We don't have time for that, unfortunately. I would.
Also, you said before you can't sing, and you've literally recorded songs.
Oh, no, yeah, but I didn't record songs of me singing.
Oh yeah, true. It
You
was
know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
true.
I mean? I'm more of an instrumentalist.
Oh, true.
Yep.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I just, I thought it would be fun, Jess, because, we've lived together for a year, right?
Yeah.
So I thought it would be fun to get some questions, some basically cow questions.
Oh my gosh,
Cow
cow questions.
So for the listeners, do you want to
my
explain that, Jess,
throwback.
for the listeners?
Okay, but
What-
you've got to tell me if I get it wrong.
Okay, but I don't even. Okay, let you go. You go.
Yeah.
Let me have a go. You have a go, and then I'll fill in the gaps if I see any.
Yeah. It was this random game that we got and clearly designed for kids or families. And I can't remember how the cow worked.
What? What's the rest?
Basically it would ask you a question and then everyone had to answer the question, write their question on a piece of paper, and then you go around, and if you answered the same as someone else, then you lost a point, or you got a point if your answer was unique or something like that. And then you had to win a certain number of tokens, and then you won the game. But we just turned it into a way to ask each other funny, silly, or deep questions in the flat, and just got to know each other on a very deep level during lockdown.
During lockdown.
Yes, that's why.
And for some reason, there was a pink cow in that game.
Yes, which I can't remember the purpose of.
So in the original game, at least, the pink cow would be given to a player who had the unique answer. and they will hold on to the
Oh.
pink cow.
Yeah, until someone else had a unique answer.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's how it went.
And then whoever ended the game with the pink cow won, right?
Something like that.
Maybe.
So I can't remember how, because we played it once, and guys, literally
Once properly.
once properly, because literally in this game box set that we got, the questions were like, what's your favorite color?
Yeah.
What's your favorite dinosaur? It was super cute, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we being all adults by then, we want to spice this joint up, right?
Yeah.
So we ditched those
spiced
questions,
it up.
kept the cow,
Mm-hmm.
and then we would write the questions ourselves. So it would
Yeah.
include something like, what's a good example? Like your biggest fear, for example.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or what
Or
else
like-
was there? There's so much. Like we had so much.
If you could marry a celebrity, who would it be?
True.
But we also put like spicy questions in there, which are not appropriate for on air.
But we did like a mild spicy question.
I mean,
like,
to be fair, it wasn't that spicy.
it
but
wasn't
yeah.
that spicy.
Yeah.
And there was also like, who's the hottest guy? Who's the hottest gal in the medical school? Like
Oh,
the
yeah,
medicine
yeah.
and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
It's just so
yeah.
much fun.
Yeah, yeah.
So much fun.
It was so fun.
Yeah. So this section is kind of like a reminiscence
I
to
love
that.
it.
Yeah. So I just picked some like bunch of questions that I thought was pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Question 1. What fact about yourself took you the longest to understand or accept?
What fact about myself took the longest to understand or accept? Oh gosh, that's super deep.
Could be nothing. Could be like I've always been.
I mean,
basically
there'll be
myself.
something. I'll just see if I can remember something off the top of my head.
Okay, I prepared.
Come back to it.
Yeah, let's come back to it. I prepared many questions though.
Yeah, yeah.
What is the most important quality you look for in a friend?
Mm-hmm.
And also another answer for a romantic partner.
Ooh, most important quality in a friend would probably be the ability just to, like no pressure, you know, like
Oh,
just be able to hang out. Yes,
right.
yeah, just be able to hang out like frequently or infrequently, and no kind of expectation on like how often you have to talk or
True.
something. Because I've struggled with that with friends in the past where they're like, I haven't talked to you in 2 weeks, and I'm like, cool, I haven't talked to my best friend in like 3 months, and we're still best friends. You know what I mean? And like I struggled with that, and that's what some people like, and that's what they need. But I personally am not a very frequent communicator with people that I'm not seeing on a regular basis. So I think for friends, like someone who I can just see when I see or talk to when I talk to, and nothing really changes.
Yeah. What about for a romantic partner? What's the most important quality?
Like trust and mutual respect, for sure. Which is like a very general answer, but I just think it is the most important thing.
It's very generic for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah, that's true.
What is the most ordinary seeming thing that you find fascinating?
Probably just like nature, and in particularly like different plants or trees or leaves. Like when I'm going on a walk, sometimes I just stop and just try and be in the moment and like look at the trees because they're amazing.
They are
Like
pretty
look at a
amazing.
leaf.
Yeah.
It's literally insane. Like it looks boring, it's green, it's flat, whatever. But it's got all these like the way it works, you know, it's got these little pores in it which absorb the carbon dioxide and releases the CO2, and like it's green because it's got the chlorophyll, and they're beautiful. Like they're so well designed.
It is pretty buzzy, like looking at the patterns and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not like a human-made thing.
Exactly.
Although this is fake, so it was human-made, but no, it's real.
I was like,
It's
this looks really real. I was
This
like,
one's-
I'm impressed by this artist. Like, wow.
This one's real as ham, but yeah, that's true. That's true. Like we quite often just walk past it. We don't stop to smell the roses.
Yeah.
But we look at them, I'm like, damn, how are these things real?
Mm.
Yeah. That's true. That's a good answer, Jess.
Thanks.
That's a great
Thanks.
answer.
Yeah.
That's a good reminder for me too.
I feel like you should also be answering these questions if we're playing this as the cow game.
Me. Okay, then you give us a long answer because this is an episode about you.
Okay.
and I'll give a quick answer.
Okay. Deal.
What is the most ordinary seeming thing that you find fascinating, Jess?
I seem very ordinary, but really.
Really? Okay,
Well played, sir. Well played.
let me answer the questions that I don't have to think too much then,
Okay,
to
okay.
save time.
I just felt bad talking about myself the whole time.
But I
Because
enjoy
felt
listening.
Okay.
And the
okay.
listeners are clicking to hear you talk.
No,
They're,
not you.
they are not like, oh, it says episode 22, Jess Ellwood. Let's see what Pascal's thinking. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay. If you could ask your future self one thing, what would it be?
What thing should I be focusing on the most to make me the most happy and get the most like fulfillment out of life?
Good question.
You know?
Good question. So do you mean in terms of like health, exercises, career, family?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, essentially, have I got my priorities straight?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, at the moment, I'm like, family is important, but that's probably not the most important thing in my life. Like, probably my career is, right now, that's what's building the most in my life. I'm also focusing a bit on my exercise and stuff. But I plan to potentially sacrifice my career a bit for my future family.
Mm.
And is that, like, does that work out for me?
Yeah.
You know, is that right? Or have I got my priorities wrong?
Yeah. Great question, but which is an answer. So great
Yeah,
answer,
yeah.
that's a question.
Yeah. Trippy.
What was the hardest decision you've ever made?
Ooh. I mean, a hard decision that I make on a semi-regular basis is choosing which
True.
ice cream flavor.
I thought it was related to your work.
No.
Choosing who will die.
I don't get to choose who dies.
Yeah.
I'm not God.
That's true. So what's your favorite ice cream place or brand?
Oh, I think my favorite ice cream place that I've ever been to is called Monte Gelato in Tauranga.
In Tauranga, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. I've been there.
Yeah?
I've been there. Yeah.
And it's like amazing. Mainly because one time they made pineapple lump flavored gelato.
That sounds amazing.
Oh, I would die for that.
Sounds
like,
amazing.
It was incredible. It had little lumps of pineapple lumps in it.
Yeah.
And it was like a kind of pineapple-y flavored ice cream with like chocolate bits through it. Oh, it was glorious.
So was that like a limited time thing?
Yeah. Well, because they change their flavors all the time.
Shout out Monte Gelato. What's it?
Monte Gelato.
Monte Gelato Tauranga.
Yeah.
You need to bring the pineapple lump flavor
Bring
back.
it
guys.
back.
Bring it back. And to Auckland too.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem is that I don't live in Tauranga.
Bring it back and up.
So you need to bring it back either while I'm down in Tauranga and tell me. I don't know how this is going to happen, but, you know.
When are you down in Tauranga?
I have no plans currently.
If you bring it back because of this podcast, maybe you might sponsor.
Message Pascal.
Message me.
Oh, yeah, and sponsor.
To win like a trip down there. I don't know why.
I don't know why that was.
I saw you do it.
Yeah, I don't know why I did it.
What is something you never thought you would be able to do until you actually did it?
Ooh. Ooh. That again, a hard question.
It's a difficult one. If it was
Watch a
cow
horror
game-
movie and sleep through the night.
Wow, you've got good answers. You've got creative answers, Jess.
Thank you. I
What's
get part of my creativeness from my husband. Credit to Matt.
Do you mean
Well,
like
he's
a
very
creative?
creative, and I feel like I've absorbed some of that.
Oh, good on
in
that's
the
a
years.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna steal some of these answers for sure. Have you ever desired or longed for something, but once you got it, discovered it was overrated?
Probably like toys when you're little. You know what I mean?
I know
Like
what you
a
mean.
Tamagotchi. You're like, everyone has one and you really, really want it. And then you get it and you're like, this is not actually as good as people thought.
Now, Tamagotchi is fire.
I
What
mean,
you
they
talk
were really
about,
good.
just-
That's a bad example. But like,
I know what you mean, though. I wanted, for me, it was an RC. Is it an RC car? Like a RC, like a motor, like you drive it with like a remote control.
oh, yeah.
Is it
yeah.
RC car or something?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
That C might be stand for car. But anyways, yeah, those like remote control cars. I really wanted it. I begged my parents like for months.
Mm-hmm.
I got it, and it was really fun. But on that day, I took it apart.
What? You destroyed it?
I destroyed it, but like kind of similar to your rabbit.
Oh, right. You
I
wanted to know how it worked.
Yeah, I wanted to see what's inside it, but I took it apart and I couldn't put it back together.
Did you drive it once?
I drove it once, and then I
right.
think what I wanted to do was wanted to put a like a is it called flashlight
Yeah.
on top of it
Yeah.
to make it look cool,
Yeah.
and then put it back together. But obviously, it's not gonna work like that.
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
I remember that. But
That's funny.
yeah,
I think for me, the toy was probably Baby Born.
Baby Born.
So they were like baby dolls and their eyes would like open and shut.
When you lay them down,
And they also had like, you could feed them and they would poop.
really, what would you
And-
feed them?
You had to feed them like this very particular mix of like flour and water, basically, as like the food.
And
And,
they
then
would
you
poop.
could give them water as like the drink.
Yeah,
And when I say they'd poop, I mean like they just had a tube from their mouth to their butt.
right.
And so whenever you put something in their mouth, it would come out
right.
their butt.
Oh man.
But like, so you know, you had like nappies for them and you have to change their nappies, and like you had a potty which you actually had to use and stuff like that. And I just thought it was super cool. And I think I would have got it when I was 5 or something.
That is
And-
super cool.
But like, if you don't rinse out the tube
Yeah, I
properly,
can see
it gets stuck.
Yeah, but that's kind of realistic.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I mean?
true. Constipation
Yeah.
is a big problem.
I always find it weird that like as kids, what we want is another kid.
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
If anything, it should be like adults playing with those toys, because
Because
around
you want a kid or
you want
something.
kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
But I think we have too much. I don't think we're creative enough or like innocent enough or just like willing to accept like that it's a toy enough. And I think we just go, well, it's just a toy, like it's not a real baby, and we know how it works. Like none of it is mysterious to us. Whereas me as like a 5-year-old, I was like, I don't know how it works, but you put stuff in and it comes out. I don't know how it works, but their eyes open and shut.
yeah,
And that's like crazy to a 5-year-old.
that's true.
So it's so novel and like mysterious to a child.
But you see, like, say, like you see a dinosaur,
Mm.
which as a kid you probably have never seen a creature like that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, dinosaur is a common toy among
Yeah.
kids, but
Yeah.
not as common as like kids playing with other baby dolls and things. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a
That's a
weird
good
thing.
point.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. It's Anyways,
Yeah. Fascinating.
what is something that? Oh yeah, we did that. Have you ever? Yeah, we did that. What do you know isn't real, but want badly for it to exist?
Ooh. Ooh.
Pineapple lump gelato.
Legit though.
Legit though.
Well, it exists. They just haven't made it.
True, it does exist.
I feel like on the same kind of vein, like some kind of something that just like magically produces ice cream, like an ice cream tree.
Ice cream. You like ice cream?
I love ice cream. I don't know if the listeners can tell, but I'm a big ice cream fan.
So maybe like a tub that never runs out or something.
Yeah, but I don't have to scoop it myself. I want it to automatically be in the waffle cone.
Oh, yeah, you're a
And
waffle gal.
Yes,
Waffle
I do.
cone
I
gal.
do prefer a waffle cone,
Same.
but it is more expensive. But it's normally worth it
Oh, yeah. Is it more expensive?
than like your normal like kiddie cone or whatever it is.
right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But like, for example, like a Duck Island. Shout out Duck Island.
Also, a fantastic ice cream score.
Sponsor us.
This is now the sponsor move.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every time.
From now on, when you talk with a guest
Yes.
or anytime on the podcast and you're talking about someone sponsoring you,
Yeah.
this is now your sponsor move.
It
Okay?
might be like Jacinda are done talking about like politics or something, and then we talk about like, I don't know, maybe like a sporting brand or like some
Yeah.
brand, and we go,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Might be like Donald Trump or like a very significant and controversial figure, and we talk about like even his own business, and we go,
You're like, we'll take anything at this point.
please. What were we talking about? So ice cream, yeah, like a tub.
Ice
But you want like you're a waffle girl. But like for example, Duck Island.
Yes.
Sorry, this is an infinite loop. Their cone and their cup is the same price, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
cone
yeah.
and the cup are the same price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just wanted to debunk that.
No, but like if you go to like, I don't know, not
Maybe, like,
necessarily the
Movenpick?
specialty, because a lot of the specialty ice cream places like Duck Island and like Monte Gelato,
Double.
double move.
Just talk like this.
They both like, I think they only have waffle cones as their cone selection. Like you can get a cone or a cup and it's the same amount. But
Yeah.
like,
Oh yes.
But like a lot of
Ah.
like less like specialty ice cream places, you can either have like a cone, like a normal cone or a waffle cone. Like if you went to a dairy, maybe.
Right? You never know, right?
You never know.
You never know.
Shout out to Usha.
Usher.
She was my
Oh,
the
you're-
dairy owner
yeah.
when we lived in St Heliers.
Usher.
Usher. Yeah.
Usher. Shout out Usher.
Oh,
Yeah,
she-
man.
Honestly, gem of a lady.
Yeah.
Cutest dairy owner, cutest person I've ever met. So
Oh.
lovely.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
What's her dairy name? Let's give her a shout out.
I think it's the it's either like the Riddell Road Dairy or the Waimaria Dairy.
Actually,
I don't
like
know, that's on the corner of
you
those
don't
streets.
really think of a dairy name.
I don't know what. Yeah.
You, like when you say a dairy, you don't go like, oh, what's the name? Let me Google
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, true. Shout out Usher though.
What if the dairy identifies as like a Wendy though?
Like
That's a bad
Wendy.
name because Wendy's is also a fast food chain.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I mean, like, what if it's Gloria?
do you mean like it's not called something dairy? It's called like a Gloria. Or like a
Yeah.
yeah. It's weird that you don't see that. There must be like some sort of rule because dairy, it's always like a Coca-Cola brand next to it.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what
true.
I mean?
Yeah.
Some.
And also, you kind of have to call it a dairy so people know what it is,
That's
just
true.
in case they don't know.
That's true. But it's weird that it's dairy too because they don't just sell milk.
Yeah.
They don't just sell milk.
That's true.
You know what I
or
mean?
dairy products. There's a lot more in there than that.
It's
In
a
case
full-
people don't know, in case people listening.
Is it a New Zealand thing? Is dairy?
Oh,
a
I
New
don't
Zealand-
know.
Well, yeah, but sorry, you're gonna say. You're gonna say.
In case the listeners don't know, dairies contain products that don't just contain dairy. That was a trippy sentence.
Dairy contained products.
Dairies
Yeah.
contain products which don't just
Doesn't
contain dairy.
dairies. That's true. That's true. In case it's a New Zealand thing,
Yeah.
dairies. Because I've got some international listeners, Jess.
Oh,
Let's go,
nice, nice.
But dairies in New Zealand are what, like a small supermarkets?
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
that's convenient. Like a convenience,
store. Nice.
A convenience store. Just in case. International sponsors, baby. Keep our
That
doors
was
open,
so
you
good.
know?
The timing of that was
We clicked at the same time.
yeah.
What were we talking about dairies? So we were
Oh, because
saying,
it came from ice cream, and like there was a question before that.
I feel like we're saying something and then, okay. Well, it's lost now. We'll
Yeah, I
look,
can't
we'll look back. We'll look
Yeah,
back
we'll
and we'll
listen
talk
and we'll
about
be
it.
like, oh my gosh,
This is a good thing about recording these things, you know.
that's true.
What is a fear you faced and how did you face it?
Ooh. Probably performing, like singing solos. So I don't really do this with choir. I generally don't audition for the solos because I'm very scared of singing alone in front of people. Not with a choir. I'm fine singing with the choir as a group, but as soon as I'm like singing a solo, it's like terrifying to me. But I've improved with that through church because I sing in my church band, and occasionally I like will do parts or songs by myself in front of church, and it's just because it's a very safe environment for me to do that, and I like know that I'm going to be supported and people don't care if I mess up or something. So I've gained confidence doing it that way.
Good answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a really good opportunity to practice that and
Exactly.
gain confidence through that.
Yeah.
What expensive thing is absolutely worth the money?
Ooh. I'm trying to think what expensive things I've done or that I like own. Oh, I don't know.
I'm trying to think too.
That's actually quite a difficult question. Because I feel like as a person, I don't value things based on their monetary value. Do you know what I mean?
What about like a luxury
That you'll pay anything for. Kind of
that,
thing.
yeah, like, for example, some people...
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay, it's not that expensive.
Okay.
But it's like worth paying more money for. 3-ply toilet paper.
Hey, yo. Amen, sister.
Like, none of that
Amen.
thin stuff.
With 3-ply toilet paper.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. I'll gladly take it. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's something I'm worth paying more for. I think an expensive like experience that I've had, which was totally worth it, was probably like that trip away with like traveling with Matt when we went to Europe.
Yeah.
Like expensive, but like memories made, you know?
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
so cool traveling with him.
For me, it's Dyson.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
We don't have one,
You don't have
but
one.
they are great.
Do you have a cordless vacuum?
No, we have a
Yeah.
cord vacuum.
Cord vacuum.
Yeah.
I can highly recommend. I mean, have you had experienced Dyson before?
Yes, my parents have one.
Your
I
parents,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Life changing.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Well, I do have more questions, yes,
Yeah.
but it's 9.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I'm not working tomorrow.
You're not working tomorrow. You.
Yeah. We can
'Cause-
keep going if you want to.
Okay, I've got 19 questions. We've done 10.
Okay, let's finish it.
Should we do it?
Yeah.
Question 11.
Yeah.
What about yourself is completely different from what you were like 10 years ago?
I was at school. I was at high school. Okay. I think probably how much I care about my parents.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, you cared a lot about your parents back then.
Or maybe like my self-consciousness about my parents.
Oh,
as
your
opposed to how
appearance.
much.
I thought you said your parents.
Oh yeah, sorry, mum and dad. The amount of care for you that I have now, it's just much less than it was 10 years ago.
We're mom and dad.
Sponsor Pascal's podcast,
Yes, please. Papa Allen and Mama Allen. Your appearance.
Appearance, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, like I think I was a lot more self-conscious about my parents 10 years ago than I am now. I think I care about my parents still because I think that the way you look is important in a lot of situations. Like I can't look horrendous at work, for instance. I can't look like a complete mess at work. Although I could probably look more of a mess than like someone in a corporate job. But yeah. So it is important in certain situations, but like, you know, the fact that I have pimples bothers me less than it did 10 years ago. That kind of thing.
Do you work consciously on that?
Like skincare routines or something, do you mean?
Or more like to care less about your... I feel like, to, I guess, like be less... Is it
insecurity?
Is it
Yeah, it would have been, yeah.
Yeah. Did you work... or did it just come naturally with time?
I think it kind of came naturally with time. And like I think most teenagers are super like insecure and self-conscious about their bodies particularly. But like, yeah, for me, and most of that does get better as you get older and you have a lot more like context for looking at things and yeah.
Oh, good on you, Jess.
Yeah.
And you look great. So
do you.
I'm happy. Thank you. And I'm happy you're happier about yourself.
Yeah, and I think, it helps having like supportive, caring friends and family for anyone who has like these issues or whatever, or any problems. Like, it really helps. And like, for me particularly, like a husband who, like, he obviously or hopefully thinks I'm attractive because because generally you are attracted to the person that you marry, right? And so like having a usually like so having like a partner who makes you feel that way is really important and can help a lot of people as well.
What about yourself hasn't changed in the last 10 years?
Ooh. My height.
Is it for real?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I don't think I've grown since I was like 16.
I mean, that's when roundabout you stop growing, right?
Yeah, for girls, yes.
Yeah, for guys a
grow
little bit
longer.
later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Guys
about...
grow longer
Yeah.
in time and physically.
Nice.
That was lame.
That
Lame
was,
dad joke.
It was like, okay, that's funny kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, lol.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
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 It's when you like, if someone said that in a text message,
True.
you'd just send back lol.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You probably wouldn't like laugh react to it because it's not quite there, eh? Anyway.
True. And we did that. Okay. Whoa, okay. Halloween themed question.
Yo.
Ooh. Someone you love will die at the end of today, which is like 3 hours to go.
Yeah.
Okay, say it's like the start of the day. Only you know this. They don't. How do you spend your last day with them? And when do you tell them that they're going to die, if ever?
Oh, jeepers.
I know, right? Getting goosebumps.
Well, it depends who it is in terms of how you spend it with them, right?
Like, yeah, that's true. That's true, yeah.
Like,
that is true.
If it was like a grandparent, then you just like spend time with them and like do that. I don't think I'd tell a grandparent
that they're going to die.
Sorry, if the reasoning behind this is because they are going to probably die sooner than like younger people anyway, and it is probably, at least from my like experience with people who are grandparents or older generation, they are aware that death is something that has kind of come sooner, and so it doesn't bother them as much, and they're probably already doing things that they enjoy.
That's true.
So I don't feel like I need to tell them. But anyway, I just like spend time with the grandparent. If it was like someone younger, I don't know if I'd want to know.
You don't know if you want to know.
And therefore I probably wouldn't tell them.
Yeah. Yeah, you do have to go. That's the only kind of the reference point you will have, really.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's not like a common understanding that
No.
a lot of people ask.
Yeah, it's like, if you were going to die, would you want to know?
That's a tough question. I don't know. I think probably no.
I agree. I don't think I'd want to know.
Yeah, but I can definitely see why some people might want to know.
Yeah, because they want to like fill their last hours in a certain way or something. Yeah.
So like no for now, but if it was a real question, I feel like I would struggle.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Well, interesting. What's your favorite memory with your best friend? What is this cute ass question?
That is so cute. My favorite memory with Sarah. R.I.P. if my best friends think they're my best friends and then I haven't mentioned them by name. I'm going with my longest best friend here because it's the easiest default.
Oh yeah, how tall is she?
Well played.
So,
she's actually really short.
Is she actually?
Yeah, she's probably my shortest friend.
But it's kind of callback to your.
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
My cutest memory with her would probably be like we had like family beach houses like kind of near each other when we were growing up, and we would like go. I would always go around to her beach house, and we'd go like walking through the fields near her beach house and a bit of exploring, Or like one time we decided to like make perfume, and so we like picked flowers and
Aw.
stuff from all the plants and like mixed it in water.
That
and,
sounds
that,
fun.
you know,
that
like
sounds fun.
that kind of stuff. Oh, and one time we she really was into like movies and stuff and wanted to make a movie, so she wrote a movie and we actually like filmed part of it.
Oh wow.
And I was a ghost girl.
Oh.
Actually, topical.
Yeah, very.
I was a
topical.
ghost girl, and in it, I get hit by a car, but I don't die because I'm a ghost. But she thinks that I've died, but I actually haven't. And then she like turns around, and I'm like just sitting on a fence post or something.
Damn.
We filmed that. We filmed me getting hit by a car, and I would have been like 8.
How'd you film that?
We got her dad to drive the car.
Oh my goodness.
It was obviously very slow.
Oh my goodness.
But like,
But still, like, yeah. But I'm
you know.
sure it was very done in a safe
oh
way.
yeah. It was extreme. Like her dad obviously knows how to drive a car.
Yeah.
And it was very. To be fair, we probably filmed the actual bit where it hit me while the car wasn't even moving.
Right.
You know
that
what
would
I
make
mean?
more sense.
Yeah.
Is it? I want to dig that up.
She
Would be fun
has
to
the
dig-
footage and she's found it recently, and I really want to watch it.
Yes. Viewing. Let's have a viewing session.
But yeah, I would say like the exploring with her
Yeah.
around her old beach house
Yeah.
was pretty iconic.
That does sound like a really favorite, like a cute memory.
Yeah.
What is the dumbest purchase you've ever made?
What have I purchased which I never used? I'm thinking of something which I absolutely cannot say. On this podcast.
What?
No, I'm not saying. it.
Okay.
Um,
Can I guess?
No, you won't guess.
I won't guess.
Yeah.
Can I guess and you can say yes or no?
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not bedroom related.
No,
Is it?
it's not sex related. If that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it bathroom related?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Is it bedroom related but no sex? But not quite.
Kind of, I suppose.
Not quite.
I don't know if you'd link this thing to the bedroom. Particularly.
Okay. More bathroom.
Yeah, definitely. You
More
use it in the bathroom.
Yeah. You definitely. Okay. It's too hard. Okay. Pick a different one. But
Oh, like a different
dumbest
silly
purchase. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm
True.
going to have to skip this one.
True.
Yeah.
True. Locking it in?
Locking in, skip.
Skip. Nice.
Yeah.
What instantly makes you feel like a child again?
Skipping.
Like that?
Exactly like that. I sit in a chair and I do that movement with my shoulders and I'm like, I'm a child again. But you know, like going on a walk and then just like being really frivolous and like skipping along and like looking at the trees and the plants and
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I can vibe with that.
yeah,
I can vibe with
just
that.
being a bit silly.
When was the last time you skipped?
Probably last weekend.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
When
frequent
Matt and I
thing.
went away.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, frequent skipper.
Well, yeah, and like just if I'm in a good mood and Matt and I go for a walk, I tend to be a bit silly.
Yes.
I'll just like run and hug a tree or like
right. Tree hugger.
or
right?
like attempt to climb a tree
yeah,
or something.
like a monkey
Kind of, yeah.
or a squirrel.
Probably more like a squirrel.
More like a squirrel.
Yeah.
Or we don't have squirrels here, so more like a possum.
Oh, jeepers, I don't want to be compared to a possum.
Why not?
Because they're pests
They are pests.
and they kill our native birds
They do.
and our trees.
There's another thing that we only brought up, like not many, at least in New Zealand,
Yeah,
and then it just grew out
I
of
know.
proportion.
maybe all the possums are descended from 6 or 7 possums,
Could
like
be.
the pigs in America.
Inbred possums,
Mm.
and they were brought here to take care of some other ecosystem kind of thing, right?
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
they were brought up here to kill something else, and then they
yeah,
got
Just went wild.
Yeah, it just went wild.
yeah.
What is the smallest thing that can ruin your day? What is it?
when, when Matt like leaves his clothes on the floor, leaves the bath mat on the floor in the bathroom in the morning. And it's not like every time he does that it ruins my day. But like if it was a day that was going to be a bad day, that would like set it off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So leaving the bath mat on the floor and the clothes
or
on
like
the
clothes
floor.
on the floor.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Which is a very common thing for a lot of men, I think.
Yeah.
Like you hear that it's like a stereotype that
yeah.
that the room is messy and the floor clothes are on the floor. Yours looks great, by the way.
Oh no, I cleaned that up hard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like I'm definitely a leave clothes on the floor guy.
Yeah.
Kind of guy. So
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also, funnily enough, when I was living with my ex, I had a problem with my ex for her for doing that.
Oh, right.
But the thing is, I was doing the same thing, so I'm definitely.
So that's a hypocrite.
I was a hypocrite. Like I can't even argue. There's no argument. Yeah. So I can also relate to you.
Yeah.
What is the most recent thing you taught yourself? Skill, technique, theory, subject, etc.
If we just ignore my exam.
True. Yeah, we have to. Yes.
Because that's like a lot of stuff. Probably my drawing, like my sketching.
Oh.
For the bird. Actually, that is the most recent thing because I was trying to figure out how to draw the feathers today.
Yeah.
And so I just had to like figure it out.
Oh, but did you not know that already? Because you've done a bird before.
Yeah, but different type of feathers, different technique.
So different birds for different types of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different technique. Because the falcon have very like patterned feathers, and so they're a lot kind of easier to draw the feather because you know you draw like there's a dark bit there and there's a light bit there. Whereas the kiraru has like it's very monotony. Like it's kind of it's got blues and greens and purples, but they all kind of like mix into each other. There's no like specific, like the feather has a black border with a white middle or something.
Right.
So it's a different technique. So you've somehow got to show the direction of the feather fibers without like actually drawing each feather fiber.
True.
Because otherwise it looks too detailed.
Yeah.
And unrealistic.
I think do you do pencil drawings?
Yeah, just
it's not color that.
Nah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
black and white.
Yeah.
But I also do I love making cards.
Oh yeah, you do, yeah.
And that was a thing. I actually haven't done that for a while, and it was a thing for a while that every time someone needed a card, I would always draw it.
True.
Yeah,
that's
using
fun.
color.
Yeah, I love custom.
I made one for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's it's always fun to receive like a customized.
Yeah, exactly.
Things.
Yeah.
Last question.
Dun, dun, dun.
But actually, there's one more question after this, but that's another section.
Okay.
Do you have a nickname? If so, who gave it to you, and how did it come about? If you could, and then that's the first part of the question.
Okay.
Let's do that first.
Apart from my obvious nickname, Jess.
That's a nickname? Yeah. Your full name is Jessica.
Yeah. My parents call me Roo.
Roo.
Like ROO.
Ah, like
and
the...
like Kangaroo and Roo from Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Because when I was little, I had a Winnie the Pooh toy that I was given at birth by my auntie Lindley. Thank you, Lindley.
Shout out Lindley.
Sponsor. Yeah, so my dad is kind of big on rhyming, and so he would often make little rhymes up when he was holding me. And he'd be like, Winnie the Pooh and Jessica Roo. And so that's kind of where it came from, because he needed a rhyming name. And so my parents call me Roo. And please never call me that, because it's very much my parents only call me that. And I will not respond to other people. It's a very, very personal nickname.
So they will call you Jessica Roo.
Yeah, like Jessica Roo and then just Roo for
just
short.
Roo. Just Roo?
No.
No? Just Jessica Roo.
Just Roo.
Just Roo or Jessica Roo.
Yeah.
True.
True.
What was the rhyme again?
Winnie the Pooh and Jessica Roo.
Ah, yeah, because my next question was why Roo? Why not Tigger or
Eeyore?
Eeyore. Who's your favorite Winnie the Pooh character?
Pooh, obviously.
Pooh. Yeah.
The OG.
Have you heard this thing that's Winnie the Pooh, the copyright has run out, so anyone can make.
Yes, and they made that horror movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrendous.
Hey, would you watch that?
No.
Well,
I don't watch horror movies for start.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Because I'm way too much of a scaredy cat.
That's true.
But no, it's just.
Have you heard the storyline for that?
Yeah, like Christopher Robin is growing up and he like left them and they're like.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know.
It kind of buzzes me. I'm so bad with like a horror movie too, and this one I feel like is scary because I feel like the way they set it up, they've set it up in a way such that it's in the same universe as all the sweet.
Yeah.
You know, like Winnie the Pooh storyline.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the scary
It's not
part.
people dressed up as them.
Exactly.
It's actually them.
It's actually them,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Same universe.
Yeah.
That's what scares
Yeah.
me. Okay, so that was the first part.
Mm-hmm.
If you could choose a nickname for yourself, what would you want it to be and why?
I don't think I would change my nickname.
Fair enough.
Because I like it. I like my name.
Mm.
I'm someone who identifies quite strongly with their name. Like, I love my name. I think Jessica's a nice name. Obviously, I'm biased. But, like, I really like my name, and I like the nickname Jess. But not Jessie.
You don't like Jessie?
No.
Why not?
Just doesn't feel right.
Did you know someone that was called Jessie that you didn't like?
No.
Okay.
I just don't identify it for myself.
I think Jessie is a nice name though. Like just that
Yeah.
name.
But I just don't like it for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So no, I don't think I would pick another nickname for me.
I was just talking to a friend before about this. Can someone's name be like an attractive point? You know how someone says that, oh, they are like.
Oh, right. Like, as in you hear their name and you're like, oh, that's like attractive.
Yeah, like,
kind
or
of
like they have a nice body, they're smart.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they have a like nice name. Is that a thing?
Probably
What do you
for some people.
Because I was thinking, like, I was telling my friend, I mean, this is how the conversation started, but I was saying, like, when I hear a girl introduces themselves and they have a unisex name,
Oh, yeah.
I think that's kind of cute.
Oh.
I don't know why,
like
but
Alex.
like Alex.
Or Sam or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not Sam because I associate.
Sam. Yeah.
But
But like that, a unisex name. Yeah.
actually, even Sam, I'm like, if someone's like a girl says that, I'm like, that's kind of cute.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Good to know,
It's a
Pascal,
weird-
for when I eventually set you up with someone.
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. Going through your friend list. Mostly men. Cool. Cool. Yeah. And I think, okay, that's the end of the
Cow questions.
cow question section with Jess.
I mean, no, there's already music.
Yeah, why are you like
Sorry,
singing
that's
wrong
what I
song?
thought that I was singing the song.
Yeah, this is a song. Woo.
Yeah.
Okay, Jess. It's 9:24. You gotta leave soon. I have
Yeah.
one more question for you.
Yeah.
But before that, do you want to shout anything out? If the listeners want to contact you, they want to stalk you. Don't stalk Jess, guys. Don't stalk Jess. But if they want to contact you, or do you want to shout out your the choir? Instagram page? We talked
the
about
choir that we talked about before.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to get out there?
Apart from the choir. I'm happy for people to contact me if they like, especially like med students and stuff. I like giving out advice. Well, I'm happy to give out advice. I have some pieces of advice which I think are very important for med students. And like if people want to chat to me about something, I guess that's fine. I'd probably just message you, Pascal, and then you can message me.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't think I want to put my contact details out there on the World Wide Web. For anyone.
Wise call. So just
like, this is my mobile number.
This is my
Call me
address.
anytime.
This is my ID number. So for those of you who want to contact me, I'm on Instagram and most of the platforms, but Instagram is probably the main thing. Everything goes with Pascal, and my personal one is linked there also.
Nice.
And what was and also you should follow Auckland Youth Choir.
Yeah.
That's on Instagram, right?
Yeah, we don't have any more concerts this year, but we'll be restarting up, I think, in like February or March next year. And our first concert will probably be in like April or May.
Cool.
Sometime.
Come along, guys.
Yeah, it's really fun.
So
Try something new. Might
Try
not be
something
your
new.
thing, but you could be surprised. And we appreciate all the support. So.
stop to smell the roses.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So here's the last question, Jess.
Yeah.
Well, it's more of a thing. I've never done this before. I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Okay.
So you've heard this thing. You've heard this thing about the eyes being the window to the soul,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Well, it's false. It's actually your phone notes are the windows to the soul.
Oh, we want to go through my phone.
Can I have
notes?
your phone notes? And can we go through that?
Yes. But one of them has credit card details on it, which you don't need to know. Which is really insecure place to keep them, but it's just super handy.
Well, it's a good practice to, remind you of the security and the cybersecurity.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, you can just go through and you're probably not going to remember anyway.
Cool.
I trust you.
Yeah.
They're very boring.
Okay.
They're not fun.
So, without saying the like codes and anything, can I say what it is?
Yeah, go for it.
So there's like a gate code. That's your first one.
Yeah.
There's I don't know. There's some random notes that I'm guessing is like a reminder for yourself. And what seems to be present ideas.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's actually a really that's a handy tip for anyone is that I've got like a note on my phone which is present ideas, and it's got all my family members listed there. And then whenever I hear them like talking about something that they want or whatever, or I think of something, I just go in and add it to the list.
And very relevant for the Christmas coming up.
Yeah. It's super handy because otherwise you hear them say things and you're like, oh, that's a really good idea, and then you forget it and you can't get it for them. Yeah. Okay, continue.
But one of the present ideas is pretty interesting. Like
Which one?
it's very the last one. Like,
I think that's Matt's present ideas.
oh, is that for
That's
Matt?
for Matt.
Ah, okay,
Oh,
yeah.
no, that's for me. Sorry, those are my present ideas.
Oh, for
That's
yourself.
the other thing is that I've got two notes. One's like for other people. That one is for me, and it's when I remember things that I want.
You want.
I wrote it down on there.
Oh, so I can say this. Say what's on the.
Yeah,
present
you
idea.
can say what's on the present
so
ideas.
one of the present ideas says wallet dash small with 3 exclamation marks.
A small wallet.
A small wallet.
But the small is very important.
And operating theater shoes?
Yeah,
Like Crocs, you mean?
kind of, but people don't use Crocs because they've got holes in them. The whole point is that they
Right.
need to be like the whole concept behind a theatre shoe is that it's like a washable shoe which will protect your feet from anything falling off the table or any fluids.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Birkenstocks are a common brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's because you can get like leather ones, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
And what else? There's a note for Matt. Oh, and then it's got like the
That's the
yeah.
ideas for other people
ideas.
one. Yeah.
Cool. And there's next to it is the fan present ideas.
Yeah.
Very handy, Jess.
Mhm.
There's because there are quite a few ideas.
Mhm.
Okay. This is cool. This dates back to December 2022, so almost a year away, and it's the maid of honor speech.
Oh.
Maid of
For
honor
Lucy
speech.
and Josh's wedding, probably.
Yeah. And it starts with, "Good evening, everyone." I'm not gonna read the rest, but next to it is a prayer for Sven.
For Svenja
Yeah.
and Toby's wedding. Yeah, that I wrote.
Oh, did you read that
At their wedding.
at the wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So Svenja and Toby are Svenja was a German like homestay that we had when I was like, I don't know, 12 or something. And we've just stayed in contact since then, like our family with her. And she got married last year in Germany and we went over for the wedding. And she wanted me to read a prayer at the wedding. So I did. So that's that prayer.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
And
It was the only part of the ceremony in English.
Right. And there's
Everyone else was like speaking in German, and I was like, "Dear God." It was pretty funny, actually. And everyone went really quiet.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, they're really listening to this one."
You should have Google translated. And the next one, let me read this first and see what it is. Damn, it's a quote.
Oh, what
It's
is
a
it?
quote. Can I read it?
Yeah, I don't remember what it is.
You could jump so much higher when you had somewhere safe to fall.
Yeah.
Inspirational.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true too.
Yep. If you
Yep.
feel supported and safe, you can jump higher. Strive more.
Next one is measurements.
Oh, those are my measurements for when I'm like buying clothes or something. Because they
Yeah.
always be like, oh, and the t-shirt is like how many centimeters or something. And I'm like, I don't know.
You know, I just started doing that today.
Yeah?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
writing down my measurements, my feet and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
shoe sizes and stuff. I don't have shoe size on there.
Oh, you
but
don't
yeah.
have shoe size. Do you know your shoe size off by heart?
Yeah.
UK. Let me guess. UK. It's woman's shoe size, a little bit different.
Yeah.
I want to say UK 6.
Yeah.
Is that right?
6 or 7, depending on the shoe.
6 or yeah.
Yeah.
Man, shoe size. Why are they like that? They should just make it, standardize it.
Yeah, I don't know why women's and men's shoes are different as well.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, why do they have 2 different sizes?
I know.
We all have feet.
It's confusing.
Well, like most people have
It's
feet
confusing.
anyway.
That's true. Okay. This one dates back to 2021. Sorry, you got a notification saying battery power 9%.
Okay, that's fine.
2021 May. Okay, let me read this.
I don't know what this is.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what it is. It says, it starts with, thank you, Mr. Chinchanwala.
Oh my gosh, I know what this is. It's
What is that?
it's a little rhyming thank you note for one of the surgeons that I worked with in my final year of uni, who I got on very well with, and I wrote him a little card with that poem in it, which is there's so much backstory to what that like to what that means, and it's just not worth explaining, but like yeah.
And the next one. Wait, just reading it, trying to see what it is. But the title of it, Matt's leaving announcement from True.
Oh yeah, Matt will know what this is, and if anyone from like True watches, I suppose. True.
What's True?
That's his old company that he used to
yeah.
work for.
Yeah. But why do you have Matt's leaving announcement?
Because he sent they sent an email around about when he was leaving the company, and I thought it was really nice. And he sent it to me so I could read it, and I saved it because I think it reflects really well on him, and I just wanted to have it on my phone.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Because I think he's awesome.
Yeah, but that's so sweet that you say it. It's like a
Yeah, it's a bit random, but
announcement.
here we go.
Oh, that's cute though. That makes it cute. Yeah, it's almost 3 years ago. Can you believe that?
Mm.
And the
Oh,
last
that's
one
fun.
is some sort of code. Well, that was fun.
That is quite a cool way to end, actually.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I just
Oh yeah, no, that's
nice cover photo.
Thank you.
Yeah, very
Thank you.
nice. Yeah, no, that was really fun. Oh, thank you, Jess, for thank you for being on my podcast. Thank you for
problem.
being you. Thank you for great to you're a great friend, and
Thank
it's
you,
always
so
a
are you.
pleasure hanging out with you. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's always a different kind of fun when I have someone on the podcast. So it's seeing a different side of you, asking these cow
Yeah.
questions, which we haven't
The
done in
cow
a while.
questions. What a throwback.
It's not a
Love it.
throwback. But thank you, Jess. And yeah, let's keep in
Oh,
touch.
we need to tell people what our characters were that we dressed up as.
Oh, yes.
They only find out if they watch to the very end of
That's
the
true.
podcast.
Hey, if you are watching this right now, and if you
Or
are
listening.
still here, if you're listening, you're a true one.
Yeah, actually, the listeners won't be able to tell because they can't see our costumes.
But they might have been watching it at the start.
Oh, true.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
see what you're saying.
Should we put it on again
Okay.
for the one last time? If you have last minute
One
guess, guys.
last time. You know, from Hamilton. Before
Oh,
I have
you-
to say goodbye.
Oh, I don't know. I went to it.
Oh, it was so good.
You're so good. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it. But
Yeah.
I heard you had a noisy neighbor.
we did.
Yeah.
They were very aggressive towards me and I felt very scared. Anyway, we've dressed up
Hi.
as our characters.
Happy-
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Should I say what my name is now?
Yes.
Je m'appelle Lumiere.
Jim Appel, the teapot lady.
Mrs. Potts.
Mrs. Potts. Madame Potts.
From Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
So cute.
If you couldn't guess that, God, have you even seen Beauty and the Beast?
I know, right?
We're the main actors from there.
Exactly. It's pretty much main characters.
Yeah.
Not Beauty, not the Beast.
Not
They're
Beast.
not the main characters.
No.
That's actually
The-
common misconception.
Yeah. You guys, you haven't done the deep dive into the into the. Yeah. If you think they were the main characters, then the title deceived you. You should watch it again. It's got a deeper deeper
Beauty
meaning
and
than
the
that.
Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
So yeah.
Mr. Potts and Mrs. Potts
And
and,
Lumiere.
what's
Lumiere.
Lumiere.
But it's French, so I'm trying to say it in a French accent, and I'm probably absolutely mauling it. But
Mrs. Potts. Is that
Mrs. Potts isn't French though.
Madame?
She's got like a British
is that
accent. I
right?
think. I think she's got a very
Yeah.
English accent.
I need to watch that again.
Yeah, me
Watch Beauty and the
too.
Beast again.
It's classic.
Study that up. Well, thank you, Jess.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me. It's really fun.
It was really fun.
If anyone's wondering if they should do this, like if Pascal's asked you to do this, then do it.
Even if I didn't ask you to do it,
Also, still do it.
you should come. You should come along.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
honestly, if anyone's keen to just give it a go, being meet me, be my friend,
Mhm.
I'm always on the lookout for guests.
Mm.
We can arrange something.
I highly rate.
Let's go. But you have to be as interesting as just. Nah, I'm just making that up. You don't have to be.
I don't.
We can just chill. We can just chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, for the fourth time, thank you, Jess. And yeah, thank you for being here. It was really fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Let's get
it.
out of here.
Okay,
Bye, everyone. Love ya. See ya.
Goodbye.
Love you.
Love you too.
Oh, no, I was saying it to the.
Oh, I love you.
Love you.
too.
Bye. And that's it.